Boys and girls of every age, wouldn't you like to see something strange? Come with us and you will see. It's all told of Halloween. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Pumpkin scream in the dead of night. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Everybody make a scene. Oh, I screwed that up. Hello, everyone. Good evening. UN Spacey Wolf Squadron. This is Wolf 10 Media yet again. I'm your werewolf. Giving you guys a special late Halloween special for those who are joining me tonight. Hopefully, I'll see somebody join in. Right now, I see zilch, zip, nada. That's all she wrote. I guess it'll just have to be me just enjoying myself and not talking to myself, and that's chaos. No, this is Halloween. No, this was Halloween. Yesterday was Halloween, guys. I hope you guys have set your clocks backwards last night, or at least this morning. And I have my wingman in the chat, Owen Lister, the Guyver Patriot. We're here to have some fun, brother. Or maybe you just, or maybe you want to join me and, you know, make me feel not like an idiot for deciding to stream on the exact same time as the study hall stream, which I know some of them are there just for the news. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I love you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed Troy and Age Boomer's stream tonight. Of course, I'm here to talk about horror. Good horror. Horror that I like. Horror that I enjoy. Heck, even horror that I dislike and I do not enjoy. Or how about horror tropes that we enjoy? Or even talk about the classics tonight. I mean, this is going to be the chill stream tonight. No rewatch. No Wolf Commander Rambles, even though it is titled Wolf Commander Rambles, it'll just be a legit ramble tonight. I'm here to talk about what used to scare us, used to terrify us, the type of horror that I enjoy myself. I have a specific. Ew, I cannot talk tonight. Thank you, Guy Patriot. I got to remember my. I gotta remember to make you a moderator. As a matter of fact, I might do that right now. You're you're valuable, brother. You've been a constant in this stream, and you'll be cracking down on people in case they get rowdy. If this YouTube channel blows up, and we get a few undesirables here and there, you and the traveling immaculate scribe, wherever he may be traveling to, Ivan Mendoza, who is also a moderator, and now an official. You guys will be official wingmen. Hopefully, I'll get some more people in to join me, and we'll have more wingmen, and then we'll literally be the UN Spacey Wolf Squadron. And hopefully, in the years to come, we will become the UN Spacey SDF fleet. How's that sound? I hope that'll be a reality. That'll be the biggest dream with this channel. Especially not as big as the Starfleet, but it would definitely be big. So one thing I like to go over is my particular taste. Oh, he just watched Back to the Future. You know what? Owen, I'm gonna get you in this stream. I'm gonna get you in this stream tonight, so I won't. So that you and I can just chill for a while. I don't already botched the opening. uh, I had that planned out too, and I was going to do the whole "This is Halloween," but I was going to sing it in various voices from all manner of horror, of all masters of horror, like from Freddy Krueger to Damn the torpedoes. Or Pinhead, we have such sights to show you. Or even Pennywise, hello, Georgie. Would you like a balloon? Or even, dare I say, Candyman, be my victim. So I like to hopefully get my wingman in here. When loves the idea of the UN Space Sea SDF fleet. I was thinking about doing it by myself, but you know what? I'm gonna add my wingman here. Oh, and I've already shared the link in the Twitter in the DMs. You should be able to join, and I'll catch you in the green room. Hopefully. For now, I'm just gonna sit here all by myself and talk to myself, and that's chaos. So one thing I would like to discuss first of all is my criteria of horror, or like the horror that I really, really, really adore, and it's the horror that I like that tends to sit with me, to really to really sit that like sits with me, and he's here, and I'm choking on my words, and it's the Guyver Patriot Owen Lister. How you
Hello.
doing? It's been a while since
Good.
we did another one of these, and sadly, we don't have anything to watch right now. And I know you wanted Ghostbusters to watch it last night, but you know what duty had to call, sadly.
Yeah.
So this is going to be us just talking about horror since
Oh.
Halloween was yesterday or day before, I believe. I can never keep track of holidays anymore. That's what the year has done to us, or the course of each year has done to us, make us forget the quintessential important national holidays, or at least the quintessential holidays that we always enjoyed ourselves every year when we're kids. Why is that? And I hear myself in your background.
Oh.
You seem a bit preoccupied, Owen.
Yeah, yeah. I just found some old drawings that I'm looking through.
Ah, how's the how's Beetle Blaze coming up?
On and off.
It happens. It happens, especially when you've been working your butt off for a while. You want to have an off period. I'm just having my off period right now after the Halloween drawings I've done thus far.
Hmm.
Technically the Halloween art since I colored them. And I still got two more to do. Scratch that, three more.
Oh.
And you'll see them
Yeah.
on Twitter.
Oh, good. Yeah, for
I mean,
me, I was going
I'm
to.
sure you've seen the recent ones.
Yeah, Bride of Frankenstein. That was pretty good.
I still remember everybody's reaction on Facebook.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was going to go over my criteria of what makes a good horror, or at least what my preferences are. But since you're here, we can start with you. What is your favorite type of horror movies, or what type of horror that you enjoy in movies?
I mean, I haven't seen a whole lot of horror, but I guess my favorite type of subgenre of horror could be in the more action horror.
Action horror. So, in other words, you fit right in with the Resident Evil movies.
Those look too dumb for me.
I kid. So you probably would have fit. You probably would enjoy John Carpenter's Vampires because that's action horror.
Ah, definitely. Also, Blade.
Well, yeah, yeah. You know what? Let's count Blade too. I was gonna say it's more of comic book horror, but you know what? Yeah, let's count that as action horror. That and from dusk till dawn,
Yes.
and of course another one of his treats is Ghost of Mars.
Haven't seen that one.
It's I don't speak for everyone else, but I enjoyed it pretty well. It was an interesting concept, and
Ah.
it was let's just say it wasn't all that well received even after Vampires was released, and Vampires was moderately like received,
Oh. Alright.
but I enjoyed it because of its cheesiness and it's like it's just bare bones, just balls to the walls action, and it's got a bit of body horror and slight body horror, not really big body horror, but like it's got a bit of that and a bit of eviscerations and lacerations and decapitations galore
Ooh.
with bullets flying. Plus it stars Ice Cube and Natasha Hendricks. Now, if you don't know who Natasha, I said her last name wrong, Henstridge. If you don't know who Natasha Henstridge is, she was the lead character or the lead monster in Species.
Oh.
She's
Heard of
the
that one.
she is the cover girl, so to speak, of the poster.
Ah. Yeah, I've heard
We,
about that one.
I can talk a little bit about Species 2 later on, but continue what else you like about horror.
Or at least with action horror.
I
Because
mean,
I'm
you
still
have to
technically kind of
go
new
ahead,
to
go
it.
ahead. You still so
Yeah.
like, what was your first entry into horror?
Like my
Like,
very. Well, I guess if I had to start like all the way back, the first like I think like I guess you could say legit horror film I saw was the some of the Universal classic films like Creature of the Black Lagoon and The Invisible Man.
all right, all right, we can start with that. What was your take on those two?
I enjoyed them quite well. I think I enjoyed The Invisible Man more, mostly for the character because of how insane he was and he made me laugh.
Oh yeah, yeah, when he dances in the. Oh my, wow, Ishi's on also streaming.
Oh,
I just looked at my phone and he's streaming. Hopefully, you know what? I was thinking about going an hour. Maybe we can go 50 minutes if you like, or
all right.
or it depends on our constitution. We can, or we can just watch his stuff on the back watch. I mean, we got. Here's the thing. I've been at this for quite a while. With the Wolf Commander rambles and stuff, and I'm like, you know what? As much as I want to just like stop myself just to make it to everybody else's stream, I think I need to have my own identity.
Yeah,
Like and I'm becoming now another streamer. So I have to calm myself and catch myself like how we're used to being inside the streams as the chatters now, and it's
yeah,
like you got that you got that rush to like, oh, I gotta go get like, no, you're your own person now. You gotta do your own thing now. So there's some sacrifices you're gonna have to make after a while.
yeah.
I mean, I didn't mean to derail the discussion. Let's get back on topic.
Sure.
And what was your take on Frankenstein?
Let's see. That one I have not seen yet. I only seen, like I said.
Oh, so you said, I'm sorry, Creature of the Black Lagoon. What's your take on that one? That's what I mean.
Oh yeah, that one was pretty cool. I mostly remember the creature and from when I was little, but I enjoyed that too.
I remember seeing it in commercials, catching on commercials. I also remember Monster Force, this 90s cartoon where there's this science group that goes hunting the universal monsters, and Creature of the Black Lagoon was in there as well.
Cool.
You had your Frankenstein, which they call Frank. He was a superhero, so to speak, in their group. And then you had one of the members that became a werewolf due to heritage and lineage. So
Ah,
he was like the werewolf. What you were suggesting one time in one of the streams, that did happen, but it happened in Monster Force,
ah,
where where the werewolf was kind of like a was in a I guess you would say, I wouldn't say cyberpunk. It was more of a futuristic world because they rode in on hover bikes, and they fight them in powered armor with
ah.
laser guns because 90s every
Yeah.
gun was a laser gun. Early 90s, I mean, before Gargoyles and Batman the anime series started changing that, where you had real guns in cartoons for those type of for those type of shows. But yeah, The Creature of the Black Lagoon was an interesting movie, especially when I got around to actually watching it for the first time. I don't know when I got around to watching it or when I happened upon that one.
Hmm.
But I also remembering revisiting it on TCM one night when they did their Universal Monster movie marathon. I even got a chance to see the Wolfman and Frankenstein along with my niece.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, she and I watched Frankenstein together when she was 4 years old, I believe. And she didn't look away from the screen whatsoever until my mom said something to her, and then she looked to nod to her because my mom asked her was she enjoying it, and she looked at her and she just nodded. She's like, my mom just walks in, she's like, Kayla's watching. I said her name, trying to be discreet.
Oh,
She was like, she's watching this. I looked to my mom. I was like, yep, she's watching it. And she asked her, "Is like, are you enjoying this?" She looked at her and she was like, she just nodded. I was like, there you go, because she was hoping I was going to turn to cartoons for her. I was like, I was just, I just put it on, and not once did she ever look at me and ask me to change to cartoons. Because every time when I try to watch something, she'll look at me. She was like, "Can we watch cartoons now?" But this moment, she never did. She never did.
guess the classics have something that most modern films don't.
Or modern cartoons, for that matter.
Eh, that too. Hmm.
Yep. Probably gonna be just you and me tonight. I don't think I see anybody join in anytime soon just yet, but we're gonna give it a moment. We're gonna give it a few more. We're gonna keep going.
All right.
I'm for one. I'm glad that you're here anyway. So
That's
what the
true.
hey?
Yeah.
What the hey? I mean, granted, we don't have Ivan with us, so we're not the full squadron yet. But you know what? The Wolf Chimera still travels with his wingman.
Mm-hmm.
And yeesh,
What?
I just realized I got two more streams coming up that I have to commit to.
Yep. Yes, you
I
did.
just announced it too on the two groups.
That's gonna be
So
fun.
yeah. Well, I know I did two announcements. I did two announcements. The first announcement was tonight's stream and Tuesday's stream. Then I just announced the next. not the next Thursday. This Thursday's stream. So I have on Tuesday the Power Rangers series, and I'm gonna be in
Oh,
that one. I'm gonna be talking about the series as a whole. Like not. I'm not gonna be stopped. I'm not gonna be talking about Modern Morphin. I'm talking about all seasons of Power Rangers because I've
oh,
seen just about all seasons of Power Rangers, even the Nickelodeon ones.
oh.
So that's gonna be whew, that's gonna be quite the undertaking. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to pace myself on which ones I'm gonna say much about. And then this Thursday is gonna be the Thundercats stream, and I'm doing and in that one I'm talking about the 2011 Thundercats,
Oh, cool.
and that's only because I've been watching it for research and collecting my thoughts and revisiting my old thoughts, and hopefully my new thoughts have overtaken my old thoughts of it. Which I didn't say. It's not to say I didn't hate the show originally when I first watched it. There were just some certain things that I wasn't liking, and that's only because I was an original Thundercats fan. And
Oh,
and after a while, when I start rolling with the changes that they made and the way how they were how they structured the story, I was like, you know what? I'm liking this. I like these changes. This change is cool. This change is good. This change is all right. I'm liking this one. I'm liking where the story is going. I'm liking how it's progressing. You know, and I was like, okay,
and then they canceled it,
yeah.
and then they brought it back, but 10 times uglier.
Well, technically, that's not the it's not the continuation of the
No
2011 one. It's a whole different
thing.
thing. Yeah, I was not too happy, and even then, I didn't even have cable when they announced that. I still don't have cable to this day, and I'm like, yeah, there's no way I'm going to be watching that. Even if I did have cable, I still wouldn't be watching it at all.
Just seeing the preview for it, I was like, this feels like a very big step
I
backwards.
swear, it just gets ugly. The way how these CalArts animators are getting, it seems like they just want everything to be uglier and uglier and uglier. Is because they don't. Here's the one thing. You know what? I'm gonna use this as our Wolf Commander Rambles topic. They don't embrace the beauty.
Yeah, I could see
You know,
that.
they well. Here's the thing. They have this campaign that they're trying to throw in. Like they're trying to get rid of the beauty, and they're trying to turn what people tend to look at flaws, or what they think are people perceiving as flaws, and they're trying to elevate them, which is a
Uh,
good idea in itself. But the thing is that they're under this impression that they have to tarnish and throw cast out the thing that we're supposed to hate. We're supposed to hate beautiful women. We're supposed to hate
uh,
fully figured women. We're
mm.
supposed to embrace more plus size women and say women with apparently scars. Like that was a big issue in beauty standards.
Well, I don't
Nope.
mind a character with scars. They can look cool.
Well, here's the thing. It the 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 problem is that they think that it was a uh that's a man, yeah, that's definitely gonna be a Wolf Commander topic.
But they think most people hate women with scars. I don't know. I think that adds to
That's
it
what I'm
even
saying.
mystery.
It's their perception. They have this perceived
Oh,
notion that women with certain scars or certain features people immediately hate, and they go after people that have preferences.
it depends how you draw them. That's how I'd see it.
Well, it's not even that. It's just I'm saying they go after people who have preference. Like take away the art side of things.
Yeah.
They hate people who have preferences.
Oh, yeah.
I'll give an
They do.
example. I'll give you an example. If a woman came to me with the idea of wanting to date me, that's to say I'm married. Of course, let me
Yeah.
throw that out there. I gotta keep throwing that out there. I'm married, but hypothetically speaking, if I was single and a woman came to me with the notion of dating me or hoping I would date her, and I'm using the word hopefully or hoping in the loosest of terms because
Yeah,
what they confuse hope is a what they confuse hope with is the demand or the expectation. They confuse hope with expectation is what I'm saying. And what I mean by the expectation,
yeah,
they're expected to be the one that's picked because they're different from the usual beautiful woman that gets picked all the time. But say for instance, let's put race into this, if you will. Say she's black. Let's go
uh-huh.
with that. She's black. I'm black, right?
Okay, yeah.
But, but what if I say I prefer to date, say, Asian women?
Oh,
She would take that as an attack on both our race,
and then she
or
call
at
you an
least
Uncle Tom.
we don't say that, but yes.
Oh, whoops.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Slip of the
I'm
tongue.
kidding. A lot of things slip off my tongue. It's fine. Don't
Don't
take it too
cancel
hard.
us, YouTube. That was on me.
I dare them to. I dare them to. I just mentioned I'm black. If you do that, that means you got something against black people. Then I'm gonna take advantage of that. I'm definitely gonna
I'm
take advantage
mixed,
of that.
though.
Even though that's not my mindset, I'm gonna take full advantage of that
Ooh,
in my own twisted way.
yeah, and I'm mixed too. So,
Oh yeah. Oh,
mm.
bro, bro. I hate to say this, bro.
Hmm.
You have an uphill battle.
Oh,
You yourself as a man and as a mixed race man, you have an uphill battle. They hate man. They definitely can't stand you.
oh,
Sadly.
why?
Well, here's the thing. If you say you're half black,
Yeah.
you're not black enough.
Oh,
Like you don't. For one, the they'll pick. What? Why? Where are we going with this string? This is what.
I have
You know
no
what?
idea. This is just one of those, random streams.
I mean,
Just a random
it
Sunday.
is the Wolf Commander Rambles, but I'm like, I could have sworn we're about to talk about horror. I mean, we can still talk about it, but you know what? I did say this is the chill stream too.
Yeah, it's a chill stream, and I'm just looking through my old art and realizing, oh, oh boy, did I needed help.
Well, you still got a long way, brother. You're still young. You still got your youth. You still got your time.
Yeah, it's mostly like how I drew women, since I guess to be more relevant to the topic at hand.
Yeah,
I think I have a subconscious little fear in my head. I mean, it's still somewhat there, but it's getting better. Where I guess I just drawing women just really intimidates me because of how different they are, curves and everything. So that's why a lot of them in my old art look very stiff and lanky.
this may sound mean of me to say this. So you're basically the alfalfa of artists from the Little Rascals.
Oh,
That went way over your head, didn't it?
I mean, I know who he is, but I haven't watched a whole lot. I mean, maybe
I
when I
mean,
was really little.
you probably the only gateway you could have had, especially when you growing up in what year you were born.
96.
Yeah, that should have been enough time for you to catch the '90s movie
I haven't seen the movie,
of
but like some of the
Rascals.
original shorts
Yeah, I've
that
seen
was
some of the
out.
original shorts too. Some aged horribly, especially a certain character that they created was wow.
Oh,
Yeah, those were a different time, definitely to be
it
had.
was the
And
30s and 40s. They
oh,
were
and
still
and
getting used to freed slaves.
well, no, well, not necessarily. that's not what I mean. Like there were certain rules established as well.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, so let's just put you like this. There was a reason why buckwheat sat in certain spots when there was group shots with the
Uh,
rascals. There
yeah.
like if you ever saw buckwheat in certain spots of the group shots, there was a reason behind that.
Mm,
Yeah, so yeah, that I heard in a documentary like those were some interesting rules and regulations when filming that series.
that was like true discrimination, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Like that's what it actually looks like.
I mean their reasoning behind it is still awful. It's like wow.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, if y'all would really want to know what true segregation was,
Yeah.
that was well. Again, I would want to explain what was it, but again, I want to say that for probably another topic
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good topic for an.
because I'll be at this all night talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can even conjure up conjure up reminisce on things that I learned growing up in documentaries and behind the scenes stuff. So there was some stuff. But where were we? Oh yeah, we're with your art.
Yes.
So what was, you know what? Let's tackle that right now. I've been curious for the longest time about that. This sort of intimidation towards the female body you have, the female figure intimidating you.
Well,
The way how
well,
you put it. It's like I'm visualizing you standing in. I don't mean to cut you off, but the way how you put it, I'm visualizing you standing in front of the Greek goddess Athena, and you're just standing there like just like stiffened up, as 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 if she could come alive to you. She's just gonna just get bigger and bigger, and then you're gonna keep getting smaller and smaller. That's what I'm imagining right now.
yeah.
So I'm sorry, I don't mean to put that image into your head, but like go ahead and explain your why does the female figure intimidate you so,
Well,
if you
mostly
can.
trying to draw it is like so difficult for me because again, like I said, women bodies are so different compared to male bodies. Yeah, we have skin, we have bones, we have muscle tissue and all of that, but there's so many differences. And I don't care what any modern feminist says how men and women are the same. They're not. I can guarantee you they're not.
I'm also the
Because if they were, it would be so easy for me to draw like I could draw a guy.
that would be the biggest argument breaker you ever said tonight. If they were the same, they would be easier to draw.
Yep.
Amen on that one.
So that's why I'm a little intimidated because their shapes are a lot less angular than a guy. I mean, everything about him is all curves.
This is the mantra I always said to myself when I started improving on drawing women and their figures.
Yeah.
I always said this: men are symmetrical, women are circular. What
Yeah,
I
that's a
mean
good way
by
to look at it.
what I mean by that is that we're when you come into drawing the shapes of the bodies, we tend to draw men in more box like,
Oh,
and when it comes
definitely.
to the female figure, we tend to draw it in a more circular.
Yeah. The problem with me, even from way like back in my younger years, when it came to drawing women, I just made them look skinny with long hair.
Pretty much like me. We all had to start. We both had to start somewhere.
Yeah.
I even remember back then, if you had to look on my DeviantArt, if you can get through all the not safe for work stuff, which I'm pretty sure you can, because because they do have the safer work filter in that site anyway, so you wouldn't have to worry about all that.
Yep.
But if you were to scroll all the way down and find some of my old work, none of the women look like they had the proper figures either at times. But I tried, or at least you scroll back up, you start noticing that I'm starting to improve on it.
Yeah, I'm slowly improving bit more, bit by bit. Still have a long ways to go, but that's just how it is for me.
But hey, I can always offer you some more YouTube channels to check out the human body on.
Yep. Ooh,
So don't be afraid to ask.
cool thing. I do have fun looking through my old art because sometimes I'll find something where it's like, oh hey, that looks neat. Maybe I can use that for some future reference.
I always I always make fun of myself when I time I think about it, it's like you look at your old art and then you cringe.
Yeah, I will admit there are some old pieces I run into, and I'm just like, oh boy, it seems a lot better when I drew it.
And then you go into your old art and then you die inside because
Yeah,
you know this is gonna stick with you for life unless you
yeah,
burn it away and it's still gonna be burned into your head because because it's already set into your brain like yeah, this is how you used to draw.
yeah. Well, that's just how it is. ah,
But since I've shown you the some of my the way how I draw the figures, have you had no problems since then, or like
oh,
has your issue alleviated?
it's definitely getting better. Like my women are getting more curvier.
Okay,
Um, yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to, give them proper posing because what I've noticed when I look at like the female body, front and side, like when they're on the side, they like I can't help but notice, but their spine kind of curves a bit, if you know what I mean.
same with dudes.
Yeah, but it's more noticeable on a female than a guy.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what it is. It's like like when you look at them, it looks like they make the letter C.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best way I can describe it, and I'm still trying to figure that bit out without it looking like I broke their back, like something Rob Liefeld would have drawn.
Yeah, that's another teaching thing you can do. Just look at Rob Liefeld's work and just remind yourself that you could have drew like just like him.
Yeah,
That that and you can be more relieved that you don't draw like him. I mean,
that is
here's the thing.
quite true.
There's a lot to say about Rob Liefeld's work. It's more than just the whole spine broke, the non-existent spines.
Yeah,
There's some things that he did that were like even me artists have criticized, like the whole face placements, like the way how he structures his faces. There is no bridge in his noses whatsoever.
oh,
All of his noses are scrunched in. Like if there is a bridge, it's in the skull, basically. If you had
they always did look a bit squashed. The faces.
the the mouth are always in this growly position.
Yeah, that's like a
There is
nut. Oh, sorry.
continue.
I was gonna say that's another like issue I had with his art, and basically like some of the art from like the '90s. I always look up is like everyone, like men and women, they're always in a bad mood. Like they're always scowling, and it's like, can't you just have him smile just once? It's
That
like
and there
almost
were
as bad as the millennial smirk that new artists draw.
I haven't heard of that person. That and they're blind.
Oh yeah, the lack of pupils. It's like eyes are the most important thing to draw for characters.
That's the thing. They weren't even wearing. Most of them weren't wearing masks.
Yeah, where it would have made sense, where it's like all white.
Hmm Like his character Shire Star, I believe his name was. he he had these like deep black eyelashes, and he had no pupils whatsoever, not wearing a mask at all, and pouches. He always drew pouches.
Oh
Him
yeah,
and
he
Jen.
he
Sorry,
loved
go
his
ahead.
pouches. Yeah, I was
Him
gonna
and
say, I was
I
adding
believe
on
Jim
like
Lee
that.
did
He
that too.
loved his pouches.
I also believe Jim Lee did that too. And here's the thing: Jim Lee's a much better artist than he is because at least Jim Lee draws feet.
Oh yeah,
Rob Liefeld hides his
oh
feet
yeah, oh
because if
yeah,
it,
and
go ahead.
oh yeah, and like he definitely has the proportions better.
Hmm. Though I would still say I would never recommend him as a person to learn art from because there's some issues I have with Jim Lee when it comes to
Uh-huh.
his body proportions and body structures.
Yeah. Well, these days I look to artists like Yusuke Murata of One Punch Man fame. Like that is
Nice.
an artist I want to be as good as, or at least reach to like a somewhat similar level, especially the way he draws
You
women.
know what?
It's like,
Since we're talking about art, I'll tell you what my inspirations are
mm,
and who I tend to learn my body proportions to. Both Frank Cho, not Frank Cho. Well, yeah. Well, actually, no, no, no. He's my secondary inspiration. No, my top inspiration is Frank Frazetta, and next to him is
you're roboting on me.
oh,
Oh, Frank Frazetta. Oh yeah.
yeah, Frank Frazetta and Boris Vallejo. I'm gonna butcher his last name, either Vallejo or Vallejo.
Boris Vallejo.
Yeah, VALLEJO.
Yeah. EJO. Yeah, that sounds Italian. Well, it does.
I knew you was gonna pick up. That's the funny thing is I knew you were gonna pick up on that. Shoot,
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna do some voice work tonight too. Tried a
But
little
yeah,
bit.
I think I've seen a little bit of Frank Frazetta's work, and it's like, whoa,
Hmm. He was a perfectionist too, and a
I can
prodigy.
tell. Yeah, it was his work that inspired the movie Fire and Ice, I believe.
And Boris Vallejo did a lot of game art in Sega Genesis.
Ah, cool.
Golden Axe was one of them. If you ever saw the Golden Axe cover art, that's all him.
Hmm.
You know, with Tyrus in that chainmail bikini and the barbarian with the loincloth and the dwarf.
I think I've seen a picture of that some online on some images.
He's been all over the place. From he did a little bit of X-Men stuff and some fantasy
Uh,
stuff and sci-fi. Him and his wife. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention his wife. His wife is also a painter too, and I think
oh,
she paints in
cool.
the exact same style as he does. Frank Cho is fine, but sometimes his body proportions can be a bit static. And I think it only gets like that when he's working on another property. But when he's working on his stuff, it's loose. It's loose enough to be believable, to have weight to it. Like if you ever saw the his comic series called Liberty Medals,
What is it?
you,
What's it called?
Liberty Medals.
Oh,
It's kind of like a slice of life slapstick comedy type skit comic series
oh, okay.
featuring a very buxomy woman and very cartoony animal characters.
I think I saw an image of that. It was in like an encyclopedia book on like basically it's sort of a little history of comics. I think I saw an
Hmm.
image of that where it's like cartoon animals and this attractive, almost Disney princess looking character. playing football with
Yep.
him, I think.
Yep. That would be Brandy. That's her.
Ah,
That's the character's name.
yes, very
Yeah.
nice.
It's probably what. That's pretty much what I'm gonna do from now on when I resume production on After Years.
Yeah,
Give it a Frank Frazetta touch to it, with a hint of Boris Vallejo sprinkles onto it.
yeah. With my art, what I'm trying to go for is like a bit of Yusuke Murata and Akira Toriyama from Dragon Ball Z,
That's a good combination.
with a hint of Jack Kirby.
That's a really good
Yeah,
combination.
mostly the way they do action still impresses me to this day. It's
I
like,
could s- I could say one thing you can use Jack Kirby's for is building structure,
ah,
because he does some really good buildings,
yeah,
really good buildings.
he's great with doing backgrounds.
For the action, of course, definitely use Yusuke and Toriyama.
Yes,
But for
definitely.
but one suggestion I would give for character design, go with Toriyama inspiration. I mean, all
Ah,
that inspiration. With your art style, I think it will fit better with a Toriyama art style, body structure wise.
yeah, that's why I usually been going for more, especially like when I draw muscles, because if you notice with Toriyama, he definitely got the more boxy look to it.
Yeah,
Or even
for
his
the
women look kind of boxy.
for the kids, they have the baby arms.
Oh yeah, chibi arms. Like,
Yeah, if you ever saw Goku and Krillin do the little friendship dap thing, they're very baby armish.
yep, little toddlers.
At least until you get to Dragon Ball Z, and I'm talking about early Saiyan Saga Dragon Ball Z.
Yep,
Before you get
when he
go
was
ahead.
still when he still had a bit more of like I would describe it more simplistic, and then later in Z things got a bit more detailed.
Hmm. A
Like
lot of
you
people
could
like to
really
say,
see the difference.
yeah, a lot of people like to say that Dragon Ball Z got better after the Freeza Saga. I was like, yeah, but when I look back at it, kind of went. I kind of wish they would stay with the simple structure, because at least it would still look like Dragon Ball.
Yeah, but artists over time they would evolve, and their art style would change a bit over
I
time.
got used to it, yes, but I'm like,
Yeah,
when you go back to the Saiyan Saga, it's like it was still it really
still
showed you
looks
that it
like
was
Dragon
still,
Ball.
yeah, it still was coming off of Dragon Ball at that point. And
Yep.
again, I still kind of wish they would have yeah, kept it that way, so to speak.
Ah, okay.
Super, on the other hand, eh,
I think I saw a little bit of Super. It was like,
I mean, I still got my copy of Super Broly, but I'm like, whenever time I look at Super Broly, I'm really noticing the art shift, because a lot of people did say that the art did shift yet again in Super, and I have noticed it. I was like, yeah, compared to Z, I'm slowly feeling it, but I'm not all the way there feeling it.
yeah. I heard that in the first couple episodes of Super, everything looked a bit rushed.
Hmm. Yeah, there was a scene, the infamous Goku face scene.
I saw that in the memes, and it's like, ooh.
Yep, that happened.
Same time, I couldn't help but feel like I think these people are taking this joke a little too far. Everyone makes mistakes.
Yeah, even in Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah,
Look no
so
further than Jay's reviews of that one for context.
uh, but yeah, I noticed that in the animated series also. It's like every episode has its glitches.
Hmm.
I just look them over because story matters more.
Heck, even Justice League had their hiccups
Yep, I mean not
first season.
take aside like no look at like aside from some of the obvious like CG they use.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about animation flubs. See,
Oh,
CGI is yeah, CGI is definitely the one thing that a lot of people tend to focus on. But there's more stuff to Justice League that was happening that that can really that really needed more attention focused than just the conspicuous CGI that they used at the time.
yeah.
So like, even as a kid, I noticed that the CGI wasn't all that great.
Oh
It's
yeah. I
like, come
think
on,
the one I remember the most, it was in Unlimited, when I
yeah,
forget the general's name, but he basically turned into the Hulk and he was attacking the
you're
Justice
talking about
League.
Eileen, General Eileen,
Yeah, and that one scene where he was jumping and you see Supergirl struggling with him. They that I the background was like so CG'd. It's like you could have
dude. It
just
was not
done.
Supergirl that he was fighting. He was fighting Stargirl.
Oh, Stargirl. Okay, it's been a while since I've seen that show.
And you're
But
talking about
yeah,
Justice League. The Justice League you're talking about is Unlimited.
yeah, that's what I meant. Unlimited.
Yeah.
And yeah, there was that moment when I noticed like this like CG background, and I was like, you could have just
Hmm.
had a animated background.
Well, that's the thing. They didn't use animated backgrounds. They used hand drawn backgrounds.
Yeah, hand drawn backgrounds is what I meant, and you can just loop it like they used to do in Hanna Barbera, and it
Hmm.
works.
Well, that's the thing. Like, what you were talking, what the episode in question that you're talking about is Patriots game,
Yeah, where
and that's where General Island goes hunting for Superman, and he comes across the so-called second-rate superheroes like Green Arrow,
yep,
Shining Knight, um,
vigilante.
yeah, Vigilante. I was gonna say his name, but I was blanking on it. Star Spangled Girl and
Yep.
Stripes, or Stripe was he called? Her dad was called Stripe, the Iron Man stand-in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his name was Stripe, I believe, or Stripes. Stars and Stripes. They're basically the Stars and Stripes combo. And then you later get Speedy,
Yep. And
Green Arrow's sidekick.
someone named I think Crimson Avenger,
Yep,
who looked like straight out of a pulp novel.
yep. And he's been in a few shots many times. He's never had no speaking roles,
Yeah.
and we never really got a chance to see what his abilities were. I'm not talking about power. I'm talking about abilities.
Uh
But one thing
yeah.
I did love about that episode was Shining Knight's standing his ground moment,
Yeah,
where
it's been a while since I've seen it, so
Eileen has this exchange. I'm here. I'm here to protect the American citizens. No, no, no. He says that later on, but like, Shining Knight says to him, Superman is helping someone light years away. And he's like, why don't you give up? He's like, why don't you? He just backhands Shining Knight, and he still gets right back on up. Like, the only reason why he's surviving those blows from General Eiling is the fact that he has magical armor.
ah yeah.
So that magical armor can protect him for just about anything. And that's the only thing that's not like everything else is like damaged. Like the thing that he's wearing over the armor, that's the only thing that's damaged. His armor on the other hand is still standing because it's magical.
Hmm. Kind of similar to in One Punch Man when Moomin Rider was battling the Sea King. He didn't wear any special armor, so he got more messed up. But it's definitely in that same vein, and still pretty awesome to see.
It's nice that we're reminiscing about great stuff in animation.
Yep.
I even like the way how the citizens protect Shining Knight in that moment too.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
the lady asks them, "How many more are you gonna kill us to keep us safe?" He's like, I'm not trying to kill you. I'm trying to take out people like him." And then the kid says, You're the one here with superpowers."
Yep.
He's, he's like, "All right, I became the thing I hate. I give you that. But in the long run, you, in time, you'll see that I was right. I am the one who has what it takes to protect this country, and he just jumps away.
like a punk.
Voiced by J.K. Simmons.
Ah, wow. He's always
Mm-hmm.
playing superhero hating characters.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that was J.K. Simmons way before J. Jonah Jameson, and way dare I say it, way before Tenzin from Legend of Korra.
That's cool. Simmons.
Great, great.
Simmons.
Now that I mentioned that, I got to do my J. Jonah Jameson impression now.
All right.
Who is
Go
a
ahead.
Spider-Man? He's a criminal. That's what he is. Hold up, I'm pulling IMDb so I can get the lines right because he says them so fast. It's hard for me to memorize them and say it word for word because I used to be able to memorize and say it word for word.
What makes it so hilarious too.
J.K. Simmons, best J. Jonah Jameson casting. There will never be no replacement
No,
whatsoever.
nothing can
And
top that performance.
even if they do get a replacement, it still won't. People will still just pine over J.K. Simmons,
Yep.
even to
You
the
got.
point where I'm sorry, even to the point where now that he's submitted his role as J. Jonah Jameson, the later Spider-Man cartoons had people just basically imitating J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, Spectacular Spider-Man did that.
Did he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. J. Jonah Jameson. They had a voice actor. I mean, it's not J.K. Simmons, but he clearly was imitating his mannerisms from like the Tobey Maguire version.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah.
Would never have known that. I thought, yeah, you know what? I did see episodes of Spectacular Spider-Man, and that never really hit me like that. I don't think that ever registered with me that he was trying to do a J.K. Simmons impression. I thought it was in later like Ultimate Spider-Man where they were trying to
Ah,
do that, but you know they also had Agent Coulson stand in, talking just like Agent Coulson. Even I think that was the actor who did the voice though. I think it was.
probably.
Somebody in the somebody in the comments better correct me in the back watch. I don't think nobody's gonna correct me with the way we're going, and there's nobody like watching. Considering what uh what's happening in 2 days and what's going on right now with Age Boomer's stream.
Yeah. Well, speaking of like Ultimate Spider-Man and all of that, I've noticed like in like in Disney era Marvel and their
Hmm.
shows. Ooh boy, talk about lacking in, in the animation department.
They've always had that issue. Ultimate Spider-Man was almost as close as being as good animation,
That one looked alright.
rivaling
It didn't
rivaling
look
that
as
of. Go ahead.
I was gonna say. Yeah, it looked alright. It didn't look as good as Spectacular in the way he swings his webs and everything.
Right.
But like I noticed in like the later like Marvel like shows where they are trying to be more like MCU Marvel,
Hmm.
they don't look that great. Like when the way they're animated, it looks like they're not finished. Like they they needed more work, or they just edit it all, or even with the backgrounds, it's like I think sometimes they kind of Photoshop something real and then they kind of like trace over it, I think, and just like
Hmm.
there you go, and then you have like very obvious looking computer generated cars moving. It's like they're trying to be like old like DC animated universe, but like on a much more cheaper budget. Also, it looked like they kind of sapped the bright color out of it all too. Like, it all looks very muted and just kind of boring to look at.
Yeah.
I will say this: one of the more decent, like modern Marvel shows I saw was this one called Marvel Rising, which is like they have like all the newer Marvel characters, and they basically try to
Hmm.
make like Marvel's version of Teen Titans. I will say that one. I was like, oh, that one. That one looked much more decent. Like it definitely had a much more better animation budget. It's okay ish, you know. I guess you could say it looks better than like modern Marvel comics wise, but you know, nothing really special or anything. And like some of the songs they have that they use is very post millennial Disney, and it's like kind of grating on on my ears a bit.
I
But
am
yeah, that
struggling to
was
find any longer lines for J. Jonah Jameson on IMDb of all places when it comes to quotes.
hmm,
Oh my goodness. I'll give you his famous one that I liked. Was he shy? If we can get a picture of Julia Roberts in a thong,
yeah,
we can we can certainly get a picture of this weirdo.
yes. I wonder if he improv that one because that was
Sounds like it.
hilarious.
That was my terrible take of it. I could do better. I know I can do better.
Yeah, but yeah,
This is
no.
the one. This is the one. What, Spider-Man? He's a criminal. That's what he is. A vigilante. A public menace. What's he doing on my front page?
I don't. I don't. In the films, they never quite explored about why why he had what he had against Spider Man. like, like immediately he was just like, "Yeah, I don't like him," and it's like, "Oh, why don't you like him? He wears a mask. I don't like that."
It, it's just the thing. I used to not like Jameson, especially in the '90s cartoon. But then
Oh,
when I get older, I started to see his perspective. Like,
he's
yeah,
a fan of
Spider-Man
vigilante.
makes. Well, here's the thing: Spider-Man is a superhero to the public's eyes. He is a
Yeah,
hero, but J. Jonah Jameson respects the law, and to
that's
him,
true.
Spider-Man is acting outside the law in a way. So
Yeah,
I tend to respect. Go ahead.
I was like, even though he was kind of responsible for creating the Scorpion.
Yeah. I Speaking of Spider-Man the movie, I hated the retcon in Spider-Man 3.
Well, what retcon was that?
Quick question: did you ever see Spider-Man 3?
Oh yeah, I did.
So the retcon was that they changed the killer of Uncle Ben.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I like when they mentioned that they even mentioned that in the trailer. I was like, oh no, why would you do that? No, 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 no. That was like the. Do you know? Do you guys not realize how many times people watched the first Spider-Man movie even before the second Spider-Man movie came out? And even then, we still revisit Spider-Man the movie, the very first Spider-Man movie, guys. And you just went and retconned that. Everybody knows that Uncle Ben's death stuck with them, and again you straight up retconned it, and still didn't do anything good with it either. Here's another one: Spider-Man Hero or Menace exclusive. Ew, I cannot believe I read that. My tongue got tied when I read that. My brain moves fast when it reads. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to
Yeah.
projecting with my voice, it's so behind my brain. My brain likes to read fast. I'm not gonna read that again. That was a bad. I'll read this one though. Bonesaw is ready.
Ah, that character.
Hey, freak show! You ain't going nowhere. I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime.
Oh
What you
dear.
doing up there? Standing away from you. That's a nice dress. Did your husband get it?
Ooh. That is funny. I'm gonna
I
be one
love.
of the only like odd people in the group where I would say I actually like Spider-Man 3 and I still like Spider-Man 3 despite its flaws.
Yeah, I ain't got no problem with you.
I know, but it's like one of those films where
I
everyone
mean,
loves to hate so much to the point where it's like this is getting a little ridiculous. I see the flaws more and more,
it's
but it doesn't
pretty
exactly.
much. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going, but it didn't exactly ruin it for me. Like it still felt like Spider-Man. Just it was
It
just a
was the latest, the last of the trilogy that I
yeah.
saw alone in the theaters.
Oh,
So the first two Spider-Man movies, I saw it with people, either with family or or at least in the case of the second one, we went on a date for that one, a double
ah,
date
cool.
for. But for Spider-Man 3, since I was working at the time, nobody wasn't available at that time. Everybody had everything going for them. So I had to say it. I tried to get people to come with me, but unfortunately I wasn't able to because they had priorities. So I
Yeah.
went to see it alone, and that's only because I was off work at that point, and everybody was still at school for a while. And that's mostly the meal spot where we go to get everybody together and see if anybody's going to go come with me to see the movies, because I like to kidnap people and go to movies with at the
Oh,
time. And I had this whole clause where I just don't like seeing movies by myself. It just
uh,
it don't feel safe. Is what I'm saying. Because you're sitting there by yourself and you got strangers sitting next to you, and then you get strangers sitting next to you, sitting close to you,
oh,
and you don't have nobody else with you.
yeah. I mostly avoid talking to people I don't know at all. Not a very sociable person.
There was another movie I went to see by myself, and I ended up interacting with somebody for a cool minute because of the trailers that were playing at the time.
Ah,
And and it was the trailers at the time was Prometheus and Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol.
uh-huh.
And I think the movie I went to see was probably, trying to remember, and I remember seeing this by myself. It wasn't a scary movie either. That's the thing.
Oh,
I think it was a bad movie. I don't remember what it was, but I do remember interacting with somebody that don't even know me. I like leaned over to him when we saw the trailer to Prometheus. Like, it's part of the Aliens universe. He's like, yep. And then this is the first time I looked at the Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol trailer, and I got so hyped up that I nudged the guy next to me. I was like, yeah. The dude, Mission Impossible. He's looking at me like just. He's like slightly awkward, but he was like going with it. I was like,
yeah.
so we're kind of like almost kindred spirits in that type of way. Like he and I almost seemed exactly like that's something he probably would have done if he was in my position.
Probably. Mm.
I'm gonna try my Green Goblin voice.
Oh, Willem Dafoe.
Yeah. Let me drink something real quick though. That's kind of like if I ever learn how to clip the streams. That's one of the highlights of the streams that I do in the Wolf Commander Rambles. The voice
Uh-huh.
acting.
Yep.
I think that's probably. I mean, people stick around to hear me talk and ramble and discuss topics, but like it seems like they take well with the voice acting when I try to do the voice acting.
Yeah.
Let me try this one. So let me clear my throat real quick. I don't mean to cough in your ear like that.
That's all right.
I know you're not wearing headphones, but still. Are you wearing headphones?
No.
Wake up, little spider. Nope, that's not good. That was not even close to Willem Dafoe. That was still my voice.
I'd like to
Let me try
try to
this.
do one.
Wake up, little spider. No, you're not dead yet. Just paralyzed. Temporarily. You're an amazing creature, Spider Man. You and I are not so different. I'm not like you. You're a murderer. Well, to each its own. I choose my path, you chose the way of the hero. They found you amusing for a while. The people of this city, but the one thing they love more than a hero is to see a hero fall, die trying. In spite of everything you've done for them, eventually they will hate you. Why bother? Because it's right. Here's the truth. There's 8 million people in this city, and those teeming masses exist for the sole purpose of lifting the few exceptional people onto their shoulders. You, me, we're exceptional. I could squash you like a bug right. I'm losing the train of thought reading this stuff. That's my favorite scene too of him. And I'm I'm like juggling from doing the voice, but then my projection is like making me go back to my normal voice. You could probably tell if you're
Yeah,
hearing it.
a little bit. Yeah, yeah.
Like I was losing that voice for a while. It's like, yeah, I could see why voice actors have to take a pause for each line that they do. It's like you gotta find a way to maintain that voice.
Oh, definitely.
But I think I did moderately good when I did my thoughts of doom in one of the streams from Conan the Barbarian.
Oh, neat.
I even did Mufasa on the fatherhood, the war on fatherhood and motherhood, or at least the war on parenthood stream, as I called it.
Yeah.
I did my Mufasa voice.
Oh, neat. I'll have to look that one up when I get the chance.
You will have to speed it up all the way to the end to get that one.
Oh, no, that's all right. I
That's
could
a
listen to it at work. It basically would take maybe like the whole stream for me to get everything done.
yeah, 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 yeah. Speaking of work, you say you're a janitor. Tell me about that. How's
Oh,
that
well,
been?
it's been all right. I mean, I know some people might think, oh, janitor, that's like the lowest of the low. Me, it's like, I'll take that over being like a cashier or a manager where I have to deal with people. That would be the lowest of the low for me.
Huh.
If I can work
Thanks
anywhere,
for that.
if I can work anywhere where, I don't have to deal with customers or anything,
Gee,
I'm
Owen,
happy.
thank you for highlighting my work.
Eh, people don't always seem to appreciate how important being a janitor really is.
It's a thankless job. So is cashiering, dude.
Yeah, I just I just
I
find
mean,
dealing with people just sounds so much worse than dealing with messes. I don't know why. It's just me, I think.
I'm not judging. I'm just pulling your leg.
Oh,
I'm like you just said that about cashiering. I was like, did he not? I'm giving him a hint right now. Does he not realize that I'm actually a cashier?
oh. Well,
I was
you
like,
know what I mean. Why I would prefer cleaning toilets and dealing with people.
well, I just mentioned I'm a cashier, I might as well just give you some insight to what's cashiering like,
Ah,
and
how
then
many
and then,
Karens did you have to deal with?
not one.
Oh, were you
That's
blessed?
that's 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 funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like if anybody ever asked me that question, I said not one. I've been waiting. I've been waiting a long time for a Karen, but I don't run into not one,
Hmm.
not one at all.
Maybe
And
the
that's
people
only.
are more civil.
Well, here's the thing. I'm in a way. very charismatic.
Ah,
So I don't. It's like it's basically just like when they come across me, is I'm just cheerful and positive. Even when kids are very interruptive when I'm trying to engage with the customer.
yeah.
There was a moment where this lady she has her daughter, and her
Oh,
daughter has this little hand puppet. And as I'm like interacting with the lady trying to get her order and everything, she just wastes the little puppy between us, and I just like without thinking just looked to her. I wasn't really like mad. I was just like annoyed that she had the audacity to do it. And I just looked to her. I looked there and I'm like, that's rude. Which is funny because her mom agreed with me.
oh. When you get the mother on your side, you know you're in like a you know you're winning this argument.
It's not even like she will have every right to even call me out on saying that, but like like I don't know I don't know I have that type of they tend to agree with me sometimes. I'm like even when there's one more where somebody was like repeat my name. They're trying to say how you say my how do we say your name because they looked at my name tag and they were just pronouncing it in
Uh,
different cadences and phrases, and I'm just looking there like, oh, you are throwing off my flow. Can you please move to the back of your group? I do not I do not want to engage with you. I'm engaging with your mother or your friend's mother because I don't think all you are her kids. But that's what the that's make no mistake. I may not have ranted any Karens, but I have ranted customers that just tend to push my buttons a little bit, and I keep putting on a pretty face.
yeah, that's what you have to do, and I'm afraid I wouldn't be good at that.
It takes practice,
Yeah. The thing is,
but
I'm not a very confrontational kind of guy, but I feel like if I work someplace like a cashier, that could that could come about quickly.
it's something. It's really something to consider when you're in a cashier, especially when you're a young person and
Yeah.
everybody's perception of you is and that's and I work with a lot of young people in my theater.
Oh.
And especially when they're elected to be cashier, I have to give them that pep talk. It's like don't let them get that mile, because even if you are doing your job, saying the right things, trying to
Yeah.
give them the right things that they want, do not give them that mile to because the moment they see you, you're young, and that doesn't mean that I see you like that. But keep in mind, this is how they see you. They see you as weak. They see you as a potential opportunity to get what they want, how they want it. Whereas you can manipulate the situation with your salesman pitch once you learn it. Once you learn to be confident, and you have to give in a way you have to give an air about you that turns their perceptions upside down, and that's why they tend to respect me mostly because I tend to put up an air of confidence,
Ah.
and I try to make sure my body is like in the right posture to air out that exude of confidence and charisma.
Yeah, that
So
little
that
pep talk you were giving, you were giving just now there. I couldn't help but think of that one scene from Conan when his father was talking to him as a boy.
well, where do you think I learned that?
Yep, that's what I was thinking. I even hear the music going on when you were saying that little speech.
Now that you mention it, fire and wind come from the sky, from the gods of the sky. But Crom is your god. Crom and he lives in the earth. Once giants lived in the earth, Conan, and in darkness of chaos they fooled Crom. They took him the enigma of steel. Ground was angered, and the earth shook. Fire and wind struck down these giants, and they threw their bodies into the waters. But in their rage, the gods forgot the secret of steel and left it on the battlefield. We who found it are just men, not gods, not giants, just men. The secret of steel has always carried with it a mystery. You must learn its riddle, Conan. You must learn its discipline. For no one in this world can you trust. Not men, not women, not beasts. This you can trust.
That was good.
I don't remember how his father said that line, but I'm just going by how I would read it if I was doing voice acting.
You sounded like a Wakandan.
Excuse me. I'm surprised you said that because
Yeah.
I can do a good umbaku.
Baku.
Hmm. Oh,
Yeah.
let me check the hours. Have we've been going for quite? Oh shoot! No, guys, no, no, no! Don't leave,
What?
Eloise. Eloise, do not leave. Dang it! We had one person. If he's, please, oh, oh wait.
Oh,
Uh, just learned that Ishi's
Eloise, you don't need to leave.
dude. If you're still in the
Stay with
chat,
us.
just say I. We're still going, dude. We're still going.
Please come back to us.
He said some good lines too, and I wish I had known because I'm at this moment when he was in there. I was looking at the at Conan quotes, and I didn't know he was saying some good lines. He said,
Oh,
"Sorry for not joining in sooner," and another one he's like, "I like all the original Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire in it." He also laughed at my kidnapper line. He's like, "Wolf, best kidnapper takes you to the movies."
yeah, that would be a good kidnapper. It's like you're not taking me to a
I don't.
warehouse, are you? No,
I,
no, it's the movies. Oh,
I'm like,
I'm
bro,
fine.
no, if you can track him down, tell him to go, come back in. We need you, Eloise. I'm cool with my women, but we need some watchers, hit some likes or something.
I mean, like you said, they're busy on either Ishi's stream
Nah,
or
Ishi stream ended. He just said that Ishi stream just ended.
oh, okay. Well, then they're probably still on
Age boomers,
yeah, because of all the
and
geek news.
we're not gonna get no matchstick tonight. Matchstick canceled. He's not doing a week watch tonight. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
why I'm prolonging my stream as long as I can. Actually, there's a lot of things afoot right now. Just me doing this because I said I would do it, and I like to commit.
Yeah.
Dang it, Eloise! If I can catch him, I'm gonna see if I can catch him on Twitter. It's like, get your butt back in here, dude. We're not in the stream. We're
you
not in it.
you gonna kidnap him?
Yeah, basically.
Just say that we're gonna
Oh
kidnap
man.
him. You're gonna be back. I got the
Um,
chloroform. I got duct tape and rope and
oh, don't say that on
everything.
stream, dude. Now you really asking for the stream to get cut short. That is not what the UN
Hey,
Spacey Wolf Squadron in
I
the
was
business of.
joking on that.
I know you are. They don't care.
I'm telling
I
you
know
to
you
do
are, but
that.
they don't care. Oh man. It's like, no, Eloise, stay. Stay. We need an audience. This better be him in the notifications. This better be him. It's not showing yet, but I'm like, like, please tell me that one in my notifications is him contacting me. And Crunk did one up my share. He should be here by now.
Hmm.
He usually pop in just to say hi at least.
Yeah.
What am I saying? I should not be this salty towards my audience.
It's
Ooh,
alright.
Janelle
It's a
retweeted.
nice little.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Janelle
I
Pimmer.
mean, I also like before I jumped on shared your stream on my Twitter, so hopefully that might get some attention.
Mm-hmm. So he hasn't said anything. I wonder if Janelle Pimmer's gonna join in. I'm gonna shoot a tweet because I think our Twitter friends are gonna just join in, not our Facebook friends, because they're still
Uh,
in Boomer's stream, and they you know how their streams goes.
yeah. Oh, by the way, aside from the Ghostbusters that I watch, I also watched that Michael Jackson music video called Ghosts.
Mm,
That was pretty cool. Plus, plus the fact that Stan Winston directed it was pretty awesome.
nice.
I love the ghosts in there too. Each one of them had their
All
own
right,
character.
check that out.
Yeah, my favorite one was this court jester, just because he just looked like he was having a ball. Mind you, this was in '96, so this is when Michael Jackson got a little bit more paler.
Yeah,
But he was still cool. He's still cool. Whether he's in his natural skin color or bleached, he still makes good music. And that's what matters. It was a great bit wherein he like removed his skin and it was a skeleton wearing like the shoes with the shiny socks on them.
all right. I'm spreading the word right now.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll get the message.
It was definitely very like '90s CG on
Yeah.
the damn skeleton, but it still looked cool. Just because it's Michael Jackson motion capturing a dancing skeleton.
I like his Speed Demon music video.
Mm, I have to
Too
check
long of
that.
an opening for sure, but like it's totally worth it for the song. It's the one where he becomes a rabbit claymation,
Oh,
and he that's one
was
of my
that that used in that like weird film he did called Moonwalker?
Yep,
Oh,
that's
I've
the
never
one.
seen Moonwalker, but I've seen the music video of Smooth Criminal that they used, or at least the
I
number.
have, but then again, I was a child of the early '90s, so I saw just about anything that was '90s related,
How
including
was
Moonwalker.
how was Moonwalker? I've heard like mixed reviews on that one.
It's a non-story that just has way too many ideas put into it.
Oh,
One more, it's him just like it's like it's trying to be a Michael Jackson best of memorabilia music videos.
oh,
Another time, it's like trying to be a very wholesome Hallmark movie,
oh,
and then it becomes Terminator,
oh.
where he becomes a giant robot at the end. It's like a mishmash of everything. That just it was his movie. I think he was supervising too.
Oh,
Last time I checked, or
well,
at
if
least
that's what his vision was, well, I guess it worked for him.
that or he just he was not he was I would say he's an idea man,
This is the moment where he
but
should
he
have
needs
hired a
to.
script writer.
Yeah, basically. I think he did, but I think he also fired him.
Oh. Well, no, Michael, you don't fire your script writer. Then your film won't make sense.
Well, he should have hired another script writer.
Oh, that
He
too,
just
yeah.
I think he
To make
became
sense of it all.
I think he like I said I think he went full creative control. He just made a lot
Oh.
of demands.
Oh,
it's heads or tails what was true or what was not. There's a mystery behind Moonwalker to be had.
sounds like it would make a great documentary. You know,
Hmm.
behind Moonwalker.
But we did have a
Just
good game after it though.
ah, I feel like he should. I would say this for Moonwalker, have it have him stick being a gangster because that smooth criminal bit. I'm like, make him a singing gangster in this like
It could have been
fantasy
a
looking 1940s world where he
when you
battles
say it like
demons.
that, it could have been a good gangster musical.
Yes, that's what I meant. Yeah, a gangster musical. We can have like it be produced by Disney or something.
Nah, they wouldn't have went with that. The
No.
the, the Di- the Disney at that time would have not went with that. They
Oh
were
well.
be
How
the
about
Disney.
Steven Spielberg then?
Well, here's the thing: the Disney at the time was Little Mermaid Disney. They were more quote unquote family friendly at the time, and they were beyond
Oh, okay.
live action movies of that nature. Because they did make no
Okay,
mistake,
I
they
see.
did make some really dark live action movies before, way before Pirates of the Caribbean. They had pirate movies.
Yeah. Well, didn't they have like a studio where they can make more adult films that they kind
They
of
did.
owned? I'm trying to remember what
They
the name
did.
was.
At one point, they did. It was shut down.
Oh, oh. I was gonna say they could have used that studio then for
Hmm.
Moonwalker.
And that was, I think, that happened after Black Cauldron failed.
Oh, that's a shame. But yeah, like the concept for like a Michael Jackson gangster musical that could work really well than what I saw in some reviews. I think famously I saw was like on Nostalgia Critics, like when he covered it, and it was like what I've seen in the review. I'm like, this looks like a fever dream.
I'm gonna try my Thoughts of Doom voice one more time because I know I did it once, but I know I slipped on the cadence. But let me wait for people to come in real quick. Let me try sharing the stream again.
Sure thing. While we were talking, I made a little sketch of a demon.
I don't know, Owen. That seems a bit dark for you. No, I'm kidding.
I draw whatever I feel like drawing.
I kid. I kid.
Usually, what happens when I don't have an idea what to draw, and I just make like a. Usually, it's like I start with a head, line of
Hmm.
action, and whatever it goes, I just follow it. And yeah, I
I
think
just
I'm
draw eyes.
still recovering from Halloween. That's why.
I just draw eyes.
Hmm.
I just draw eyes.
Oh, I do. I do that a little bit too. And then occasionally, sometimes I draw random limbs doing whatever as a little bit of practice, or I draw random weapons everywhere.
Okay, I'm getting a little bit confrontational, or at least competitive. I got I'm looking on YouTube right now on my laptop, and
Yeah.
my stream is sitting right next to Age Boomer's stream, and they have 10 watchers right now, and I have zilch.
Ooh.
I'm getting competitive right now. Like this is messed up, man. I could start my
The
household
next,
name now.
we can
I'm about to.
we can at least nab 5 of them to come over here.
I know. I'm like looking like, dang. There's no love for the wolf tonight. I'm messing around.
I guess some people still care what's going on, geek wise in
Hmm.
news. I kind of stopped caring for that for a bit, for a while ago. I
It's
mean,
the
it was
reason
just
why
all bad news.
I'm saying it's the reason why I'm doing the Wolf Commander Rambles. It's
Oh,
because
that's
we're too focused on the negative. I want to use
Yeah,
it to focus on the positive.
yeah. Because like it's getting to the point where like there's some people who post like saying oh man this makes me so mad that they're doing this, and I'm like yeah, but they've been doing this for quite a while now. Like at the time, yeah, I would have joined in the anger, outrage, and whatnot. But they've
Well,
been
that's the
making
thing.
so many dumb decisions after dumb decisions. I became so numb to it, where it's like, yeah, okay, and move on.
Again, that's why I made that declaration in that one stream where we have to do it ourselves. It's
Yeah.
like it's time for us. Like it's time for you. It's time for you. It's time for you. It's time for you to stand up and get in there, get on it. It don't make no mind for you to think that whether or not your stuff is going to sell, whether it's going to be good or not.
Oh, you're glitching
Get
out
on it.
on me.
Is it better now? How
Still a
about now?
little glitchy. Oh yeah,
I'm
you
on that
sound
auto
better.
tune. I'm on that auto tune. I'm on that auto. No, kidding.
I don't know what that song was, but I feel like I
I'm
would
gonna
have
share
made
the stream on
like
Twitter.
one up.
Well, that's basically any song current modern music now.
Oh.
They say one phrase in their chorus and they just repeat it over and over and over again. It's not even a sentence anymore. It's just a fret. It's just some. Oh, we got one watcher.
Oh, is it Donald?
Or is that me? Or is that me?
Oh, you got my hopes up.
Don't get your hopes up high. That's don't. I was gonna say don't get your hopes up high now because I haven't shared the stream again yet. I haven't reshared the stream yet. That could have just been me. What a night. What a night. I saw this coming too. It's like what I didn't see coming was just somebody just popped in and just leave out of the blue like this. Like oh my goodness, I'm usually on top of checking the stream to see if anybody joined in. Oh, I just left the YouTube stream, so we do have one. Whoever's in there, say hi at least. Uh-oh, I lost Owen. No, no, don't leave me, Owen. Don't leave me. I'm scared. Not kidding. Now I'm just here by myself. Talking to myself yet again, and that's chaos. All right, check the stream again. See if okay, he's back, and he's back.
Sorry about that. I just had a mini power outage.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah, it like went flickered on and off, and now it's on again. Don't know for how long.
Let's get back into horror. We've been 1 hour straight, 1.5 hours straight without no horror talk.
I mean, I like I said, I'm still rather kind of newish to the genre because I never watched a whole lot of horror films.
Never got into my horror. I like the
Yeah.
bio horror type horror, like the David Cronenberg Fly remake and The Thing.
Ah, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
then there's the horror that's, like I said earlier in the stream before you joined in. There's the one where it sticks with me, like The Descent,
Ah.
where it's like it's that claustrophobic type of horror,
Hmm.
and all the characters are confronted with something they've never seen before, and it tends to start off like it's supposed to be this psychological horror, but end up becoming this very frantic horror now.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And then there's what I like to call the personal horror, where it's the character that's fighting against a certain nature, so to speak, and the horror allows them to confront the thing that they're dealing with, and they come back a different person if they survive. I mean,
Ah, okay.
and I can name you a few examples of that. So the body horror type, like I said, the Cronenberg thing, the Descent is like a thing that it tickles that too when it comes to people confronting certain things. Like in one of the in the middle of the movie, one of the characters confront a fear of claustrophobic areas. Then they confront a thing that caused a situation mm, they confront something that caused a situation in the first place that they find themselves in,
Yeah.
which adds more to the layers of what they're dealing with. If you take whichever ending that you want, because there's two endings to that movie.
Two
Like
endings.
also, there were. Oh, you hear me wheezing? Sorry,
That's all right.
excuse me. Okay, I'm feeling better now. And not mean for people to hear me wheeze. That's a first.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're lucky you don't have asthma.
Yeah, I can imagine. My mom has it.
Hmm. My grandma had it, but yeah, there's also Arrival, not Arrival, but Annihilation. I tend to get those two mixed up.
Not. Oh, I've heard of that one. That's the one with the
Annihilation,
freaky bear, right?
the memorable bear scene.
Yeah, I looked up that scene. It's like, oh, that's freaky. Love to see a whole film of
Yeah,
that.
no, you won't. You wouldn't last because after seeing that movie, I that again, it's horror that stuck with me. And that bear scene stuck with me. Even the same thing with the intestine scene.
Hmm. I was more
Yeah, there was.
specific on like I want to see a film with like a bear monster.
Yeah, you could probably watch The Edge. It's not a bear monster, but it does have a bear in it,
Hmm. Oh, that's
and that's
terrifying
more
in
of
itself.
well, it's more of a thriller movie, Man versus
Ah.
Nature, starring Anthony Hopkins and Alec Baldwin.
Ah. But hey, like I said, a bear itself is still terrifying.
Then yeah, you probably would. Yeah, The Revenant's for you too.
Oh yeah, I've heard a lot from that about that one.
Yeah, we went to a midnight screening of that, and we were we left home around 2 o'clock in the morning. That's how long that movie was.
Wow.
We did not imagine that. My goodness, we heard people snoring in the background behind us. That's
Hmm.
how long it was.
Yeah. Oh,
Same, same thing with.
I was
Go
gonna
ahead.
say I was gonna say on the topic of like horror films that have stuck with me. Like since I
Hmm.
haven't seen a whole lot, I will say that the truest horror film I've seen that really stuck with me was Alien.
Mm.
I remember when I first watched that with my cousin. When I visited him in Boston, and we were at like a my aunt and uncle's beach house, and he had a copy of Alien on DVD. So we both stayed up at night, watched it with the lights off,
Hmm.
and oh man, that terrified me. And here's the thing: like I've seen reviews of it, and I know of it, So I
Yeah.
thought, okay, I can handle this. Nothing's gonna really
Excuse me.
scare me because I know how it ends and I know what happens. Nope,
Right.
still got me. That whole build up, the way they did it, still got me. So it kind of, I guess you could say, debunks
Funny enough.
the whole thing about spoilers ruin everything. It's like, well, no,
Mm-mm.
you managed to execute it quite well. It doesn't matter whether you're spoiled or not.
Funny enough, I saw Aliens first before I saw Alien, and boy, was there a difference in tone.
Oh yes, I've seen Aliens after Alien. It's like, oh yeah, this is definitely an '80s action film with a little bit of a horror sci-fi twist.
Yeah, I
Or
was
you could
watching
argue
Aliens
it's more
first,
of a
and
war film, actually.
well, that's the thing. James Cameron did say that it's technically a
Yeah,
war film. I'm
yeah.
looking at Eloise's last comment, and I'm just like dying inside.
Aw.
We had one person to entertain for a cool minute, cool 11. Looks like it's. Let me count real quick. So we started for at least like 7 minutes.
Yeah.
We entered, we managed to entertain somebody.
Oh, that's cool.
That's actually not bad.
Yeah.
Like 7 minutes of entertainment. They were there for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
Man, man, he's probably gonna say this in the on Twitter. Like, oh, I should have stayed, especially if he caught the backwatch and
Yeah.
hearing us just calling him. It's like, no, no, come back,
Yeah.
come back. Screw it. There ain't no audience. I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm gonna do the Tulsa Doom voice. And if you don't know who Tulsa, so you have seen Conan the Barbarian, so you know who Tulsa Doom is, right?
I mean, like I said, I know most films through like reviews and maybe some scenes I've seen like
Mm-hmm.
online. Maybe I may have caught it on TV once, but it's been quite a while, so it's still new to me.
Yeah, I don't think this. I'm seeing this. Predicting this now. This is probably not going to be my week of entertainment because the world is stopping right now
Oh.
during this week. And I don't think. I think it's starting with Sunday right now. Like
Hmm.
everybody's watching. I'm not trying to say it all on stream right now, so I'm just like trying to be covert about it. But we all know what everybody's focus is on right now at this moment, even at this moment and until tomorrow, until the fateful day. So not only on the fateful day, I'm also streaming on that day.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, the whole election thing and all that.
Which I'm gonna say this right now. I better not hear anything about that on my stream. I'm gonna put that in the description too. I mean,
Fair
well,
enough.
I mean, like once I share the stream, I'm gonna put that right there. It's like that, like that's the number one rule. You better not talk about that today on that day.
Yeah, we need a break from the
That is
whole.
not what that is not what the stream is for. If you want to talk about that, go to Ishi stream.
Yeah.
Saying that right now. Saying that right now. Even on the stream today, as of tonight, you better not talk about that on my stream when I do the Power Rangers. You better be. Whatever whatever you're gonna be punching on the keyboards better be Power Rangers related,
Yep.
or at least be the boards related, or VR Troopers related,
Or just anything that's not political at all.
because that is not what this is about.
Nope. And
Y'all say that for somewhere else.
and I would say we need a break from politics in general. I'm at this
Of
point.
all days, I need to break on. We need to break on of all days when we get there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
this is the time I'm gonna take a break.
The thing is, I would say when it's all over, the biggest highlight is when it's all over, things might, kind of cool down a little bit. I mean, there'll still be some issues, but
Hmm.
probably won't be as extreme as it is now.
There will always be issues,
Yeah.
regardless of what election we're gonna come up with. There's always been issues. That's the thing. But this is the year they chose to make the issues more exaggerated, and I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna just forget everything they did in this year. But I'm gonna remember. I'm gonna
Yeah.
remember. They're gonna try to pretend that they didn't do this stuff. But let me stare away and do the Thulsa Doom voice.
All right, do it.
Finally. I think I ran out of something to drink real quick. Nope, I still got a little bit left in the can. Really should not drink soda before doing an imitation.
Oh.
Imitation, I mean impression. That's really not the go to drink to do that. Should have been water, but I'm working with what I got. I work with what I got.
Mm-hmm.
This is me attempting a James Earl Jones impression too, mind you.
Oh, yeah. The man's voice is. Mm.
And I'm nowhere near close. I used to be close when I was younger. My throat isn't the way it is now.
Oh.
I tried doing impressions for so long. It's like my throat. My I think I damaged my throat a little bit, little by little.
Ah. Okay.
So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try this because I did look at the scene at least once or twice before I came around here. So I
Yeah.
think I got it. I think I got it. Let me attempt this in three, two, one. I wish to speak to you now. Where's the eye of the serpent? Rexor said you gave to a girl, probably for a mere night's pleasure. Hmm? What a loss. People have no grasp of what they do. You broke into my house, stole my property, murdered my servants and my pets, and that is what grieves me the most. You killed my snake. Thorgrim is beside himself with grief. He raised that snake from the time it was born. You killed my mother, you killed my father, you killed my people. You took my father's son. Ah! Must have been a time when I was younger. There was a time, boy, when I searched for steel, when steel meant more to me than gold or jewels. The riddle of steel. Yes, you know what it is, don't you, boy? Shall I tell it to you? It's the least I can do. Steel isn't strong, boy. Flesh is stronger. Look around you. There, on the rocks. Beautiful girl. Come to me, my child. That is strength, boy. That is power. What is steel compared to the hand that wields it? Look at the strength in your body, desire in your heart. I gave you this. Such a waste. Contemplate this on the tree of woe. Crucify him. That's how that scene plays out. Technically, a girl falls to her death from a cliff, but I have to speed it up.
Uh.
You know, yeah. In that scene when he says, "Come to me, my child," that's where the girl jumps off the cliff. Technically, it's a dude that jumps off because because he's a stunt double.
Yeah.
But yeah, in that instance, a girl jumps to her death, and that's when he ends that line with the "that is strength, boy." That's as best I can get it. I used to be able to do. Here's the thing. I said this many times in the streams before. Like I can do it good when I'm standing up, but I'm sitting down on the couch,
Uh,
and I'm pretty sure I can do a James L. Jones voice, but I do not feel like standing up. Like if I ever do move somewhere and have better space and have a better mic, I'm pretty sure I can nail the Thulsa Doom voice standing up though.
yeah.
But that's as close as I can get with James Earl Jones' voice sitting down. Because all I need to do is enunciate his words at the right tone. You can almost hear the hint of it at least.
Yeah, I could hear a
But
bit. Yeah.
I did when Troy was in the stream when he visited the stream last time, and he said I did a really good Arnold voice.
Nice.
I was like I don't know if I'm the best Arnold because it's easy to imitate his voice, but
I can't do an
one
Austrian
one
accent, so
well, here's the thing. Whenever time somebody tries to do an Arnold voice, they always do his screams, and I always get mad at that because it's like that's basically what you narrowing down his voice, just his screams. I can do his screams just as like the next person, but come on, get some voice lines in there. I did what is best in life line though. Conan, what is best in life? Crush our enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of their women. Or the Terminator. Sarah Connor, I'll be back. Or his later '90s voice. Uh, shoot, what's a good line? I can only do his '80s one. No, I don't want to swear on the stream. There's one line I wanted to say, but I don't want to swear on the stream.
uh,
And he swears in that scene. I mean, I could censor it, but I don't like censor. It sounds better when you say the line correctly. That's what I'm saying. Or at least I could say this. You set us up. That was in Predator.
uh,
Why do I hear noises outside my house?
what kind of noises?
I would like to say gunfire, but I don't think it is, thankfully.
Oh, that's good.
And that was and gunfire was like a month ago. Sounds like thunder, but it's not really thunder. I don't think it's thunder. We just had rain recently,
Uh,
but
very.
again, we
It's been very windy on my
mm,
end.
yeah, it's been windy quite here too, but it got hot today
Oh.
for a while. But it's cool though. We still got a breeze. Like it was 73 today, but we still got a breeze. That was a good sign to it. And plus, my theater wasn't as hot as it was during the summer, even with the fans on.
Yeah.
Like it was so like they turned the fans on and I turned them low because they were high and they did not need to be that high. Not that I'm trying to be a dictator or anything, but I'm like, really, dudes, it's not really that hot. You can survive on low blowing fans. I'm talking about dudes here, by the way. It's
Uh,
I tend to let slide when it comes to the women because you know how women are when they feel temperature.
yeah. Yeah.
But eh, it's funny. Here's the line I just said earlier. But anyways, um, what I was saying was the moment I walked back in, it's super cold still, and I turned the fans off. I was like, no need for the fans anymore because it's cool. It's like spring cool. That's how cool it was in that theater. And Here's the thing: the machines were turned on, which means we're supposed to get a lot of heat, especially the popcorn machine and the hot
Yeah,
dog machine. That's where we get the most heat from, and those were on. And I walked right into the theater, not theater, the concession. I mean,
yeah.
keep saying the theater, the concession, and it was cold in spite of the machines being on. I was like, let me turn these off. We don't need these. It's like we're wasting too much power. Just turn things on that we don't even need at the moment until next year.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when there's not many people coming in bringing in body heat and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, let me turn these off. We don't need these. And nobody even noticed, or at least even if they did, they didn't care. That's how pretty lax we were today.
Oh, that's nice.
Very, very lax.
That's
Crazy, huh?
yeah. Mm.
Let me see.
You know.
Oh, we got our third wingman.
Ooh.
Shut up! The immaculate traveling scribe, Ivan Mendoza, from giving us the line from Kindergarten Cop.
What's up, Ivan?
If he's if he was here for a brief moment, he was here, but probably not anymore.
Ah.
He's got his own stuff too. I won't say it on stream. That's personal.
Yeah. That's fine. Where was? Yeah. I was
I
trying
think
to voice act myself, but I don't know.
there's a lot to deal with when it comes to voice acting, especially
Yeah.
if you want to get noticed in voice acting.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to. So.
From what I heard from one of the famous voice actors, Yuri Luenfo, who voiced Lelouch, I believe, or Suzaku from Code Geass.
Ah.
He voiced a lot of pretty boy anime characters, but I think those two, it's between those two he voiced the most. And I think he also voiced Kirito from Sword Art Online, if I
Ah.
recall. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. Somebody definitely gonna correct me in the comments later. But he's I, I think he's only speaking in the olden days of voice acting. You have to have a demo together of your voice
Oh,
work.
basically like a mixtape.
Basically, I don't know how they're doing it now though. That's the
Except
question.
instead of rapping, you're just saying lines.
Hmm. And you have to really convince them that your voice has disappeared,
Uh, do they
or at
like?
least
I was gonna say, do you just read off a script of a character you want to audition for, or do they just give you like random lines? You have to act this certain line out.
I think you can do your own stuff, your
Ah,
own line reads
okay. So like,
before,
say I.
and I think they contact you for an audition, and then you try to do a character, I guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't see myself being a voice actor in the future. I've done
Yeah,
some
it's
theater, but
it's an uphill battle in that regard because there's a lot of famous voice actors that they reuse a lot, especially in
yeah,
anime.
yeah. And like every time I try to read off a line out loud, I always stumble and stutter too much.
Well, you see how I read the lines. Well, you heard
Yeah.
how I read the line. I didn't stutter not once,
Yep.
but that's only because I remember how the line went in a way.
Yeah. Trying to throw on a voice is difficult for me too because I'm not a good impressionist.
It's like in a way your favorite line in your head, and you like it enough to where you repeat it in your head, and then you try to say it as best you try to say it as close as you can get it.
Uh,
You first, well, that's how I practice.
yeah,
There are times I have to
sometimes.
listen to the line. I have to listen to the line over and over to get it
Yeah, though
to get it
sometimes.
recognizable at least.
Yeah, the only thing I ever do for like I guess voice acting or acting is sometimes I think of a scene how I would uh like I don't know if I had an idea of for a film and how I want to see the scene play out. I kind of act it out. Even in a fight scene, I play two characters and I like pretend I hit myself as the other character. Usually when I'm listening to music, that's how I listen to music.
See if you can recognize this voice without me telling you what the name is.
All right,
And that's and you might have played this game or you might have watched somebody play this game, but try to pick up on this one.
alrighty then.
The gods. Sorry, let me try it again because you cut into me. The gods of Olympus have abandoned me. Now there is no hope.
Hmm, I know who that is. That's Kratos, isn't it?
Yep.
I
See
thought
if you
so.
can recognize that. If you can recognize that voice right there on the spot, then I pretty much nailed it. Or at least if you know the lines well enough,
It sounds
then you
a
know I was
lot like
trying.
something Kratos would say, is how I also got it.
Or how about this? That night, I was trying to make you a great warrior. You
That Ares?
succeeded. Yep.
That was Ares, yeah. I remember I saw that cutscene, and he got stabbed right through the back to the chest.
How about
Uh,
this one? 10 years, Athena. I have faithfully served the gods for 10 years. When will you leave me these nine bears? We have one final task of you, Kratos. Your greatest challenge awaits in Athens, where even now my brother, Ares, lays siege as we speak. Athens on the verge of destruction. It is the will of Ares my great city fall. Zeus has forbidden the gods to wage war on each other. I cannot do a female voice.
Same.
And if I'm able to do this, to kill a god, then the visions, they will end. Complete this final task, and the past that consumes you will be forgiven. Have faith, Kratos. The gods do not forget those who come to their aid.
Yeah, that was nice. I should at least try to do some voice acting on this stream, just a little bit. I always wanted to do that little exchange from Dark Hero, mostly when Crane turns into
That's right.
Geyser
You wanted to do
Cylinder.
a crane. You wanted to imitate crane once. Oh, it's there's we have Monticelli. She just popped in to
Oh,
say hi.
hello, Ma Pacelli. How are you?
I'm guessing Troy and Age Boomer stream has ended.
Uh,
She might have been here to hear that Kratos line read. Yeah, we're kind of scarce on viewers right now.
yeah, just one of those nights.
Well, it's one of the nights, especially this coming week.
Oh yeah,
I chose to stream on this night. I was thinking about postponing it or at least canceling it outright, but I was like, yeah, let's soldier on. Let me soldier on. Let's do this. Give them
yeah,
some at least 2 to 3 hours of entertainment for tomorrow to watch in the backwatch.
yep,
At least I got two streams lined up for this week anyway, so I'm gonna stay the course. I knew it. I knew it. Uh, and and in hindsight, I knew that I was gonna be next to study hall, and I should to me I should have changed it to 8 o'clock. But I was like,
Yeah,
no, no. I reap what I sow. I made this bed. I'm gonna sleep in it. I'm gonna sleep in it. At least I got at least 3 people in here.
yep.
Ho-
Yeah.
Hopefully everybody still got constitution enough to join. I'm still soldiering on. I'm still going. I got Owen here, so he's keeping me company.
Yep. You know,
I
I'm
was like,
getting
I
more
might as
and
well
more
just have
temp-
Owen in here.
I'm getting more and more tempted to do that crane impression.
I guess I'm just your role model now,
Yeah, but, yeah. Okay, screw it. I'm
or
gonna
just
do
your buddy
crane.
that you. I'm like your Sonic to your Tails
All right,
in
I
a
can be
way.
tails.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You can be Knuckles.
Nah, I think I'm more tails actually.
Oh well, it depends. Which Tails do you want to be? Do you want to be classic Sonic or Sonic Adventure Tails? Not that any whichever one you pick. It's not really a bad choice either, and neither one is a bad Tails. It's just which one do you prefer the most?
Well, I mean, I don't watch a whole lot of Sonic, but I always like Tails when he makes stuff or when he owns his own plane.
That's basically the same Tails technically, no matter which version you get. Specifically, I think the one that you're referencing is probably Sonic Adventure Tales,
Oh,
because you actually see him actually working on stuff, or at least he has something lined up. Whereas in classic Sonic Tales, the only thing he did inventively with I'm talking about in games particularly is fly the tornado. We know that he probably built it, or at least Sonic built it, and he's just piloting it. Whereas in Sonic Adventure, he actually did outright build another tornado. You may not see him build it, but like once he flies it, you know that he built it,
oh,
whether you saw it or not. Then
yeah,
there's but then there's also Saddam Tales, which is classic Tales, which is part of the Archie series, and he built stuff. So either way, your boss.
yeah, yeah. I was
And
gonna
Netter
say,
says up your mic.
my mic says up as it can go.
I'm sorry, I got a bigger voice. I'm just too I'm just too strong. And she just said it just ended.
Oh,
Well,
how
yeah.
nice.
Well, that was earlier.
Hmm. You know what? I think I want to do crane now.
Go ahead. Your turn now. I've been taking over with the impressions already. Now it's your turn.
All right, let me.
I'm gonna give you a chance to clear your throat, get you some water. We're doing impressions, Mapacelli.
All right, I'll be back. Let
Voice
me
work
clear my
impression.
throat a little bit and get
All
myself into
right.
character. It will be the final battle, because that's my favorite.
All right. Yeah, we're doing movie and game impressions. I just did my Kratos voice. I'm gonna do another Kratos line after him.
Okay, now I'm not good with sounding exactly like the actors, but I can at least have the right emotion for this.
You gotta love Monticelli.
Yeah, I think that is
Let's
my
see if I can
fault. You
turn my
need to
mic
be
down.
more louder.
I want to see if I turn my mic down for you. So it's 30%, maybe a good thing. So you can hear Owen more. Go ahead, Owen.
Okay, a little nervous, but here it goes.
Don't be.
All right, all right, all right, all right. Gotta focus. You didn't. So tell me, who's gonna protect the protector? Biomorph. Guyver's so annoyed. The next step. You don't know what you're doing, Crane. That unit's damaged. You don't know what it'll do to you. What it'll do to you is just fine. And then there's another one going like, uh, let me remember this one.
Dude, do the I love my job.
Oh yeah. I love my job.
You know the lines really well. You actually, you know what? You may not have come off Crane, but you do a villain voice really well.
I do like being a villain a little bit.
Not as much as me.
Was that Joker?
Batman, you wouldn't let me fall, would you? Batman.
That always makes me laugh. Especially when
Oh, by the way,
Batman's just sitting.
he just cracks that little smirk.
Yeah.
That's my favorite episode of those two. The one where he's, you killed Captain Clown. You killed Captain Clown. You killed Captain Clown. That's my favorite line of the episode. It's just him just saying, "You killed Captain Clown." Like, man, you just love how Joker takes very great pains to people who he lost when it's
Yeah,
not
that
Harley.
that's what I found so hilarious was that he took great offense that Batman killed his mechanical clown robot.
Like he was a living being too. That right there was like that impacted me as a kid. Like that line, I love. It's like it's not even, again, it's not a bad line. It's just when you take that line into context, he's mourning the death of a robot, and
It shows how
I
insane he
wonder
is.
I wonder what that applause is for. I think it's for both of us actually. We're just having
Well,
too much fun.
because for both of us, thank you.
I vote that it's both of us that did the great impression. I'm gonna give it another Kratos line. Let me find one. And this is from God of War 2.
Boy.
That's the new one. I could do it. I could do new Kratos.
Old man Kratos is, I think, what people might call him.
Mhm. I'll do this one. I'll do this one. Athena, you conspire against me.
Oh, didn't you do that one
Or
already?
no, that's part two.
Oh.
That's when he thought Athena had betrayed him. That's when Zeus was the one that took his powers away.
Oh.
Where's Oh my goodness, this is why I hate IMDb. This is God of War 2, one of the most favorite of among the God of War games,
Yeah.
and there's not enough voice lines. They do have the best ones, but they don't have like at least like enough of them. Especially the one where he
Oh.
calls to Gaia,
Hmm.
or even when he takes the war to the gods themselves, they don't have that either. I'm like, what Are you kidding me? But apparently, the boat captain's line is the most memorable. Well, technically, it is. It's very memorable, but still, like you don't have Zeus. Your son has returned.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's basically the ending. Like you don't have that on IMDb. What the heck? Not even Gaia. Zeus is Zeus is weakened. Athena and Ares has been slain. Come to me. Come to my time, Gaia. Come to victory.
Hmm.
That's where he goes to the war between the Titans and the gods, and that's when Zeus was about to send them to Tartarus once Kronos had fallen.
Ah,
Yeah, like she was like, you come to our time of need, but you're far too late. And that's where he says the lines like, come with me, come to my time, to our victory. Oh my goodness, God of War 3 was released in 2010. That was a good year. 2010 was really a good year. Same with 2007.
hmm.
Five. I didn't like 2008. 2008 was like slowing down for me.
Ah.
Like certain things I was still watching was like slowing down for me, like Pokemon. There were too many opens for Pokemon. I was like, oh, Pokemon's really starting to lose its luster on me.
Then
We
2012
got two
happened.
watchers. Who was the next watcher? What you say, Owen? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I would say I think 2012 was kind of exciting for me. Mostly the Avengers
Yeah, definitely. 2011 kind of picked it up a bit, especially with the Thundercats reboot
and
and a
Captain
lot of things.
America versus Avenger.
And I believe Tron Legacy was also released that year.
Ah, think I
I
saw like a
think
little
no,
bit of
no, no.
like.
I said I got that wrong. I'm sorry. It came out in 2009.
Ah,
Yeah, Tron Legacy came out in 2009. That was also a good year too. That's when things were starting to be more experimental, most of all,
yeah,
I believe, because I believe Avatar had came out a year after. I believe. Yep, it did. It did.
hmm. I
I
heard
remember
mixed reviews on
because
that one.
it was polarizing, very polarizing. I and I say that because Tron Legacy was the first to bring about the de aging technology.
Ah, yeah, I
Yeah, it
saw
was it
that.
was the first one to do that, and Marvel basically just got better with it over
Yep,
time.
their best was I think in Civil War when you saw like young Robert Downey Jr.
The first time I watched that, the first time I saw that looked a bit odd for a while because he just pops right in. Like the problem with when they do the de aging stuff, they don't have a way to really introduce it properly when because you don't expect it first of all, but when they
Ah,
pop in, it's like it's striking, and your first thought you tend to uh you tend to look at it on the side the moment you see it, right?
yeah, yeah,
And it's like then when you watch it over and over again, then you start getting used to it. It's like once they pop in, it's like oh no, like I'm like my brain is like fluctuating with the uncanny. It's like it's trying to get over the uncanny valleyness nature to it.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, when
So
I
yeah, that
first saw it, I was just like, "Wow, that's like."
yeah when he pops in, it's like I was taken aback by it. It's like oh no, don't do like next time you guys do that stuff, don't do that because my brain is still like the moment you just jump it right in, it's like my brain it's taken aback by it, and I have to take a while to process it. Like that's Robert Downey Jr. supposedly young, And like I said, they got better with it when it came to Ant Man. When they brought Ant Man in and Guardians of the Galaxy 2, like
Oh yeah,
like like in a way, the way how I'm explaining it, it's like when it came to Robert Downey Jr.'s de aging thing, it's like he just jumped in like ta da. Whereas in the in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and Ant Man, the first Ant Man, they
yeah,
walk right in, like the cameras, we're walking with them in that moment. Like in the case of Guardians, we're driving, it's like we're driving next to Kurt Russell when he's young,
yeah. In
instead of
his
just
in
him just
his
jumping in
in his Carpenter
his
days.
yeah. So it's not like he just jumped right in front of us. Like we just walk right into next to him. We're moving along with him now. So before we're processing it, and the same vein with Ant Man, we're following along Michael Douglas walking in
Oh yeah,
instead of just him just jumping in. So that's the problem I had when it came to the de-aging thing when they were showing it earlier in Marvel to versus the Marvel coming up that came later. I was
yeah.
like, stop doing it that way. Don't have them tada us in a way.
Oh,
That's
okay.
that's a it is. I'm getting Tron Legacy flashbacks there when they do that. At least with Tron Legacy, that's how they introduce Flynn. They don't really like just have him just jump in, you know, like a tada moment. It's more of a we're there, we're watching, and then we cut into to it because we now know he's right there. Now we notice that it's his face that's digitized. I mean, we're not supposed to notice, but we notice it now. But like it wasn't just there, just freaking us out like
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr.'s character was. Like that was a whole body de-aged. Same thing with, dare I even have to mention it? Captain Marvel with Samuel L. Jackson. I guess never has taken off.
Oh yeah, Sam Jackson,
What?
who definitely looked a lot like '90s Sam Jackson.
Same thing with Coulson too. But again, it wasn't ta-da, we're here. It's like we're walking with them, and we were, and at that point we were used to the de-aging technology at now, so it came natural now. Especially the way how they did it. They took many faces of him younger and just applied it and digitally mapped it on his face. That's how they were able to do it. And that came after Rogue One with Admiral now I'm blanking on his name.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, played by Peter Cushing.
Yeah, Peter Cushing's character from New Hope.
Yeah, which that was a completely CG'd character.
Yeah, a completely de-aged CG character. And again, that introduction was it worked for me
Tarkin.
because Tarkin, yeah, Grand Moff Tarkin.
Yeah,
Can't believe I forgot about that name. That's bad. That's not good. I need to buy A New Hope so I can rewatch that and know his name.
yeah.
Condition my brain to memorize his name. But yeah, Grand Moff Tarkin. The way how they introduced him, I kind of wish they didn't have him in full display.
Uh,
The reflection of his face on the window was just enough for me.
yeah.
That's
I
all
was
I
quite
needed.
impressed with the guy they got to voice him. He sounded a lot like Cushing.
Fire when ready. I like my Sidious voice. I love doing Sidious.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever attempted to do a Darth Sidious before?
I don't think I had no.
I've waited a long time for this, my little green friend. Once more, the Sith will rule the galaxy, and we shall have peace. You gotta have that little growl and a bit of the cackle in it, in a way. That's how I tend to practice when I do a Sidious voice
Mm-hmm.
or the no, I can't remember Return of the Jedi for the life of me. I do remember doing the unlimited power in the villain stream.
Oh yeah, when he just like electrocuted Mace Windu out the window.
I'm gonna try to do a Saruman. I didn't mention that I was actually no. Before I do Saruman, I'm gonna do a Smaug voice. So I'm gonna try to do a Smaug
Classic Smog.
from Hobbit, not classic Smaug from Hobbit.
Oh, Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did say that one time. I might as well do it while we're here.
Yeah.
While I'm looking, I'm gonna do a Oogie Boogie. Well, well, well. What do we have here? Santa Claus. You're joking. You're joking.
I like him.
Oogie Boogie used to scare me when I was a kid.
Oh, never found him scary. I always just
I
thought he was
did.
entertaining to watch. It was a bit more freaky
I
the way he
did.
died when he turned into like a whole pile of bugs.
That also contributed to my fear too.
Yeah, and then Santa just straight up stomps on him.
No, I'm just saying, like he was up. Like it's crazy that they had a whole host of creatures in Halloween Town, right?
Yeah.
Any one of them could have scared me. Even the clown,
Oh, when he
even the
wore his
snake
face
dude.
off.
Yeah, even the mayor that switches faces. Even the doctor with the brain exposed. All
Yeah.
that could have scared me, but nope. It was Oogie Boogie of all of them. Out of all of them, it was Oogie Boogie that was the one that terrified me as a kid.
I think it was how they built him up as a villain. That's why.
It's funny because when he popped in, it's like, man, I was just I was like, I hope Jack can take him out because I don't want to look at him again ever again.
He came across like a '60s Batman villain. You know, he
I
had the
mean,
same
and
kind of.
adult me still enjoys him, but like back then, when I was a little kid, like I was frozen in fear, complete frozen in fear of that guy.
It might have been because I watched Nightmare Before Christmas a little later than in my earlier childhood, so I guess that's why he
Okay,
didn't.
somebody needs to speak because StreamYard is screwing with the number here. First it shows zero, then when I come back to look at it, it shows one. So if Mabacelli, if you're still in, let us know that you're still here. Or if it's somebody else, please announce yourself because I want to make sure that we can acknowledge the comments and don't want to run into another Eloise situation.
Yeah,
Trying to pick out the best line from Smog.
I mean, in the books, how he described himself was quite epic, especially in like the
Hmm.
the animated version, which is still like my one of my favorite moments in that film or that little short, not short, but that animated film. That's like one of my favorite moments that impacted me as a kid.
Mm. Here's the one that I like the most out of his lines. Try to get as close as his voice as I can. All right, let me try this. Well, thief, I smell you. I hear your breath. I feel your air. Where are you? Where are you? Come now. Don't be shy. Step into the light. I am no Benedict Cumberbatch. I will tell you that right now.
Uh, well, I mean, it wasn't my favorite version of Smog. The one from the animated was much more epic.
True.
I can still
I got this line.
say some of his lines.
Watch this one. You think you can deceive me, Bell Rider? Nope. 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 I lost it. I lost it. Let me try it again.
Uh,
You think you can deceive me, Bell Rider? You have come from Lake Town. There's some sort of scheme hatched between those filthy dwarves and those miserable tub trading lake men. Those sniveling cowards with their longbows and black arrows. Perhaps it's time I paid them a visit. Oh no! This isn't their fault. Wait! You cannot go to Lake Town. You care about them, do you? Good. Then you can watch them die. I could
yeah.
try Thranduil and Thorin Oakenshield.
Uh, I want to
Unless you
do.
want to try.
I want to
Yeah,
do
yeah.
like.
Give.
I want to do
Go ahead.
classic
I'm sorry.
Smog.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean,
It's Ivan. Ivan's with us. Ah! Our wingman is sticking around.
all right. I want to do
I'm
his more.
tempted to add him in, but I might end the stream after this.
Okay, this is.
Go ahead.
Let's hope I'll remember his monologue. But this is from the like animated version.
Right.
Revenge, you. Ha! I am Smog. I kill when I please. I am strong, strong, strong. My scales are like 10 shields. My teeth are like swords. My claws, spears. The shock of my tail, a thunderbolt. My wings are hurricanes. And my breath, death.
That is a good line read,
I was just remembering that off the top of my head.
and that's off the top of your head too. That was brilliant.
It showed how much of an impact that scene was for me, especially when I was young. I mean, that booming voice from Smog and the way how he was
Yeah, I
voicing
remember that
everything.
scene. I remember watching that scene on YouTube, and that's powerful. And then there's also this. I am fire. I am death.
Yeah,
Sadly, only
Benedict
people
Cumberbatch.
remember that line.
Benedict Cumberbatch was all right, though it just
Yeah.
was. He just didn't have the same epic impact that the original Smog had.
Even Ivan agrees. Ivan is singing his praise.
Oh, thank
Yeah, that was good. That was real good.
yeah, that voice actor who
You got publicity for it.
the voice
I
actor
want
who
to see what
played Smog was. I was gonna say the voice actor who played Smog. I just, oh, He was my Smog. He is how Smog should sound.
I would. I want. Next time we do this, I want to see you try heroes voices, like hero like voices.
Yeah, yeah, I guess I could try it a little bit. But again, like I said before, I'm not good with imitating.
First time to try. First time to try.
Yeah,
But let
Kenny
me
can do
try.
it.
Sorry. Let me try Thranduil versus Thorn Oakenshield.
Mm.
All right. Let me see if I can get Thranduil's voice on the right level. Let me see if and Ivan's still with us. He probably is. The StreamYard's tricking me as usual. Anyways, I offer you my help. I'm listening. I will let you go if you but return what is mine. A favor for a favor. You have my word, one king to another. I would not trust Thranduil, the great king, to honor his word should the end of all days be upon us. You lack all honor. I have seen how you treat your friends. We came to you once, starving, homeless, seeking your help, but you turned your back. You turned away from the suffering of my people and the inferno that destroys. Do not speak to me of dragon fire. I know its wrath and ruin. I have faced the great serpents of the north. I warned your grandfather what his greed would summon. He would not listen. You're just like him, so go stay here and rot. 100 years is a mere blink in the life of an elf. I'm patient. I can wait.
Very nice.
Yeah, I love that exchange between those two, especially Thranduil. It's like he's got this this sort of pompous gesture about him when he stands because he's such a tall elf. But the way how he poses when he shows his scarred face from the burns from the fire that he faced when he fought the dragons before, and he has this
Hmm.
they switched from being berserk mode to relax mode once he sits to the throne and sends him back to the sail. That's where he that's where he's like he flips. Like that was a nice way how he flips.
Ah.
Oh man. You know what? I'll do one more. I'll do Snape from Harry Potter.
Ooh.
I'll try. It's been a while since I did uh, an Alan Rickman voice, but I will try. I'm gonna try Sorcerer's Stone because that was like the best of Snape's lines
Oh yeah.
when they
Well, my
start.
favorite line was just turn to pages 394.
That was in Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah, I'd always loved that bit.
Yeah, that was like the opening line of the trailer when they first showed it. Well, actually,
it
that was a line that they in the TV spot when they do commercials.
it was such a good line read how he did it.
He's like like it just cuts into him just rolling down the blinds, each blinds one after the other, and he stops and he turns and he just says that iconic line. I was like, ooh, it's like I can't wait to watch.
Yeah, Prisoner of Azkaban was like that was when Harry Potter started taking a much darker turn.
All right, here's the one I like in the first movie. There will be no foolish wand waving or silly incantations in this class. As such, I don't expect many of you to appreciate the subtle science and exact art that is potion making. However, for those select few who possess the predisposition, I can teach you how to bewitch the mind and ensnare the senses. I can tell you how to bottle flame, brew glory, and even put a stopper in death. Then again, maybe some of you come to Hogwarts in possession of abilities so familiar that you feel confident enough to not pay attention.
Hmm.
Mr. Potter, our new celebrity. I botched that in the middle
Yeah, that was
because my
good.
eye was twitching.
Ah,
Oh, here's another line if I can find it. If they wrote it down, there should be a lot of Snape lines because he had the best comebacks. Comebacks.
goodness.
Not that one. That's a deleted scene. Interesting that they got a deleted scene line in here. My goodness, there is not. How is there not that many Snape lines? I've seen ones for Hagrid, Dumbledore, even Professor Quirrell.
That is odd.
Ah, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
Now I was just saying that is odd.
I'll try this one. This is this is after he says who aren't paying attention. Tell me, what would I get if I add powdered root of asphodel to infuse of wormwood? You don't know? Well, let's try again. Where, Mr. Potter, would you look if I asked you to find me Bezor? I don't know, sir. And what is the difference between Monk's Hood and Wolfsbane? I don't know, sir. Pity. Clearly, fame isn't everything, is it, Mr. Potter? He just hates that boy so much.
Oh yeah, because he sees so much of his father in him.
Your father was a slag.
Uh, uh,
That was a Goblet of Fire when he was teaching them how to. No, no, no.
no, no.
I don't think it was Goblet of Fire. It was
Order of the Phoenix.
yeah, Order of Phoenix. Oh man, next time I'll probably try to do a what's that dude's name again? He's the Auror. He's one of my favorite Aurors too. Alistair Moody. I could do an
Oh,
Alistair
Mad Eye
Moody.
Moody.
Yeah, Mad Eye Moody. Yeah, I could try. I could try to do a Mad Eye Moody. It's been a while, but every time I watch Goblet of Fire, I always uh basically repeat Mad Eye Moody when every time he talks. 'Cause I love him so much.
Yeah, he's like insane. It wasn't even the real Mad Eye either. So
Yeah, it was David Tennant. Wow, there is not, or at least I'm scrolling like through words and words of lines, but not enough Snape lines, except my favorite one. You do not. Sorry, you. I think they wrote it wrong. That's what's throwing me off. No, he says it like this: You do not want me as your enemy, Quirrell. Every time I, ever since I heard that, I've always said that to somebody,
yeah, it was
and I've
pretty
meant
good.
it too. It's like you do not want me as your enemy. I'll end the stream on this one.
All right.
We are venom. Arms, legs, pancreases. Wait, I said that line wrong. Lungs, hearts, pancreases. So many morsels, so little time. You will not, you will not attack this woman ever again. If you do, will eat your arms, your legs, and save your head for last. You'll be the armless, legless with a sting, like a turd in the wind. Change my mind now. Ah!
Yeah, I've not seen that movie. I've seen some clips of it online, but that's as far as it goes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you probably either will like it or you probably won't. It depends.
I will say this
It's
one
here and
scene
there.
I looked up that I thought was quite entertaining was he was in this restaurant and he contacted his ex girlfriend when he has like information about that company
Oh,
that
now we gotta
that
keep going now. Casey Scott's here.
oh hey Casey, so yeah, where was I at?
Oh,
So
now
yeah,
y'all want to show up.
so like he shows up at the restaurant and like he's like all freaking out because of that symbiote that's attached to him, and it it's one of those scenes where it's like watching it out of context is even more
Mm-hmm.
entertaining because
Yep.
he's just freaking out.
All right, I'm
Apparently,
gonna
what I
say
heard
one
is like
bad word. I'm gonna say
yeah,
one bad word. There's a scene where he goes to the where he goes to the window and
yeah.
like them says no jump, and it cuts to him taking the elevator, and Bam says
Oh,
pussy.
oh yeah, I saw that clip. That was hilarious.
Yep. Or like before the scene where he eats the guy, where he's talking about the turd in the wind, and he's like, "Bad guy, right?" He's like, "Yeah, it's bad guy." You missed a lot, Casey Scott. A
Yeah,
whole lot. It's okay if you missed it. It was just a chill stream. It wasn't really that big. I didn't even like anything I set up for this stream. Just got completely eroded and just left to the side, just for me and Owen, just to hang out and chill. That's it. It's like I was supposed to talk about horror related stuff. We only like did 1% of that, and only by virtue because Owen hasn't seen that much horror, and I've seen just about a lot of horror. And I would have I didn't want to make this my just the me stream just talking about horror. So like, you know what, might as well just do some some voice impressions while we are just chilling and stuff.
yeah,
And he did some really good impressions, and I led off with most impressions. I think you
yeah,
caught my Venom impression just now.
yep.
I'll give it to you again. Uh, that's a good one. On my planet, I am what you call a loser, Eddie. Or like, since I've been on your planet, I kinda like it. Everything about it. We can do everything we want, Eddie. Sorry, this stream's about to end now, dude. I'm wearing out, and I think Owen's probably wearing out too. Are you,
Yeah, a little bit.
Owen? Yeah, I don't want to keep you, so we probably just got to cut this stream off now. Uh, Casey, do try to show up for the Power Ranger stream on Tuesday if you can. I know what that day is, but if you can, you know, join in. If not, you know what to do. Subscribe. Well, you already subscribed to me. Just hit the like and leave a shout out. That goes for anybody who watches the back watch on this stream. I pretty much picked up I just pretty much took over matchstick slot for a while, starting from study hall, basically cutting into what at least where in my time what where matchstick's stream begins, and I guess I'll end it right there then. Hopefully next time when we do impressions again, I'll do my best Jeff Goldblum impression.
Ooh, I would love to hear that.
I'll give you a test. I'll give you a taste. So you two dig up dinosaurs. Alright, alright.
That
And
was
I was just earlier I was just sitting here just by myself in a talking to myself. And that's chaos. And all, all I'm saying is that life goes on. It's chaos. Now freeze your hand. Freeze your hand. Freeze your hand. Just one little jump. It changed, and that's the basis of chaos. Oh, me. Oh, I'm always looking for the next ex Mrs. Malcolm. Kids, I love kids. All three of them. Or everybody's favorite line, Sarah. I do not know why people find that line funny. It's from The Lost World, by the way, where he
Yeah,
calls out to
I think
Sarah,
it's just because it's Jeff Goldblum, and like it's one of those rare moments when he emotes more.
or at least I'll do my Independence Day, David. I'll have to memorize those lines because it's been a long time since I watched that movie. I'm not gonna repeat the second one. The second one was terrible.
Oh,
Paid money for that one. I I paid money expecting nothing but current Roland Emmerich, and I knew what I was getting, but I thought I it was Independence Day. It was one of his breakout movies that he was gonna. I was hoping he was gonna handle with care this time. That was the biggest mistake I ever made because he basically did the exact same thing he was doing over those years with those disaster movies he was making, and it looked just no different from all the other disaster movies he's been making since 2012. The movie, I mean, not the year.
ah,
Yeah, like the ship, the mothership that flies over the Earth
yeah.
looks just like every other disaster movie he's made. I Me thinks he found his calling at this point. Me thinks he's comfortable in his calling, making cheap and stupid disaster movies. It started with Godzilla because that's basically what he did with Godzilla in 1998. He turned it into a disaster movie.
And it was a
That's all it
disaster.
was. Well, yeah, yeah. But what I mean in context in disaster weather movies, that's basically what it
Oh,
looked like.
man versus nature.
Yep, pretty much. I
I
mean,
think the
I
film
give,
Dante's Peak did it the best.
of course it did. It had Pierce Brosnan in it.
Yep, and
Wait, no, no, no,
America.
no, no. What? Oh yeah. You're right. You know what? I kept thinking when I thought of Sylvester Stallone, I kept thinking Daylight.
Oh, I've never. I
Yeah,
don't
he
think I
was
ever
in
saw that
Daylight.
one.
I haven't seen that one, but I knew he was in it. He was the leading star. But every time I keep confusing Dante's Peak with Daylight.
Oh,
And it's like whenever time I think Dante's Peak, I think, oh, that was the one with that was the disaster movie with Sylvester Stallone. Like, nope, that's the one with Pierce Brosnan and Linda Hamilton.
yeah, Linda
Right.
Hamilton. That's her name. Yeah, a lot of people were
Sad
comparing that to the film Volcano with
Tommy Lee Jones
yeah, Tommy Lee Jones.
and still a not Pat May, a not Pat May.
Oh, Natalie Portman.
Thank you. Natalie Portman was in it.
Oh, okay. I heard people say that Dante's Peak was better than Volcano.
It was.
Yeah, I never seen
Here's a compare.
Volcano.
I'll give you a comparison. So like Dante's Peak is Jurassic Park, right? Whereas
Okay.
Volcano was basically no. How about this? This is a better comparison.
Ah.
Volcano was Deep Blue Sea.
Oh.
That's the difference.
I
One is
enjoyed
actually
Deep Blue
more.
Sea.
Here's why I compare them to. One's more smartly written. The other one's more
Ah.
popcorn fun.
Okay. Yeah, cause I
Now you
heard.
get the
Yeah, I get it now. Yeah, because I did hear like during like the filming for Dante's Peak, they actually had some um uh, I forget what
experts.
yeah, experts basically help behind the scenes. Though they had to still had to take some liberties because it's still an action thriller, right?
Let me address Casey Scott real quick. It would not have been a good film, even if you did take the god out of Zilla.
Oh,
And if you did renamed it, it still would have been a terrible monster movie. I'd rather watch Reptilian, that Korean half-made giant monster, Young
oh,
Gary,
I
than
saw
Zilla.
James Rolfe review that one. That looked like an odd
Yeah,
one.
we read it. My grandpa had read it one time, and I kind of liked Reptilian.
Hmm.
And Young Gary is a real monster, not a real life monster, but it was actually a monster IP that was.
Ah,
I've seen a movie of it before Reptilian was made, and it was a guy in a rubber suit too.
as
So
it should
it
always
was
be.
so you had Gamera, you had Varen the Magnificent, you had Mothra series, you had um you had some other
Mothra.
stuff that I can't remember. But there was also Young Gary and Gargos, the British giant monster.
Ah, I was gonna say Mothra was the Sailor Moon of kaiju, wasn't she?
I would say she was the Wuxia film of kaiju, or the Miyazaki of kaiju.
Uh, I mean, I never
But
seen
yeah,
any
you could
of
say that.
I never seen
You
any
can
of the
you can.
Mothra films, but look by the look of her and like what I've seen in reviews of like what the films are like, it's very much like, oh, this is a magical girl with a giant monster in its place.
It's the twins.
I think it would be. I think that's the one. Yeah, I think it was like the twins. Like there's fairies in
I'm gonna
it.
make that. I'm gonna make that another stream. The giant monster stream. We need to
Ooh,
talk about giant monsters more.
oh yes, yes. Oh,
That's probably gonna be next Sunday.
all right.
After the Blade stream that we're prepping for.
Yes.
This coming stream, guys. Well, Casey Scott, just letting you know, we're doing a, Blade stream this coming Sunday. The Blade rewatch, the first Blade, not the second Blade
Mm-hmm.
yet. Yet, I got Blade 2 as well.
Uh, I found one at an affordable price on Blu-ray, but it's all three films and put together.
Boy, I feel sorry for you.
I have not seen Trinity yet, but I know I've
You
heard
don't
that
need
it's
to.
not good.
You don't need to. It's not worth your time. Just watch part one and two.
All right.
In my eyes, those are the only things that exist. And I'm not watching the series. I've seen part of the series, but I'm not watching that ever again. Sticky Fingers is not Blade. And Mashallah Ali may look like Blade, but I don't think he's going to be the Blade to me.
Uh, I mean, plus
Okay,
he's
you're
in.
funny, Casey Scott.
Oh lordy, no.
Yeah, Godzilla's not always there to throw a rose. What? Here's the thing. There is a manga out there. There is a manga out there where there's an anthropomorphized Godzilla in samurai armor though that you can look up on Monster Island Buddies channel.
That's pretty cool.
I'm sorry. What were you gonna say earlier before I cut you off?
I'm trying to remember what it was.
I know it's something about Blade.
Oh yeah, I think it might. I was gonna say, considering he's in Disney Marvel, it's not going to be as as intense as the originals are.
I'm sure it would be because Michael Morbius, the trailer was looking to be like that. I should have
Yeah, but
mentioned, something that I should have mentioned that in the fixation on villains,
oh yeah,
but we
Morbius.
can do a part. I could do a part two of that.
Yeah.
I got so many ideas. I got so many ideas for the Wolf Commander Rambles. There's so many topics I want to tackle, but for now, let's do the Power Rangers series. And with that, we're gonna sign off now.
Hmm.
Again, happy Halloween yesterday, everybody. This has been your Wolf Commander, your Werewolf Wolf 10, and with me, the Guyver Patriot. Sign us off, Owen.
Thank you to anyone left watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. If you don't, well, you know what I'll do. I'll leave it at that.
And please, please get your friends to come over so we can grow this channel so we can now so that we can no longer be the UN Spacey Wolf Squadron. We can now be the UN Spacey SDF Fleet, at least
Yes.
into the coming years. Hopefully, this channel will grow. Hopefully, the fan base will grow, and I'll get more subscribers, and we can have more wingmen, so we can rotate out. Because I'm trying to make sure if we do get more wingmen, we can have at least like 3 people in the stream. That's gonna be my limit, hopefully. And again, like I said, let's try to make this squadron into the SDF fleet. Only Robotech fans would know that. Do you know what SDF means, Owen?
No, not really.
Are you a Robotech fan?
I've seen a little bit of Robotech.
All right, I'll tell you anyways. Super Dimensional Fortress.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
All right then. Good night, everybody.
Good
That's your cue to
night.
say good night, Owen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ow!